This is investigating journalism
this is like
live.
In the moment.
Oh, we should talk about this on Hot Topics. He stole it. Welcome back to the Just Trish podcast. And today you're in for a treat because not only is that our Valentine's Day episode, but we are sponsored. Oh my gosh. Wow. Yes, thank you. I was hoping for that. We are sponsored today. And who do you think is the sponsor? Okay, only someone I've been working with, or a company I've been working with for 8 years, the best sponsor in the whole world. And as far as I'm concerned, the only sponsor we need of this show, Adam and Eve. AdamandEve.com is a fun little site to spice up your love life in more ways than one. There's just a variety of fun things to buy there, and it really does help with your intimacy and just makes you feel good. And it is the holiday of love. So if you want to shop, go to AdamandEve.com. Their packaging is discreet. And if you want to support the podcast and get 50% off, use our code JUST. That's JUST, JUST. You'll get 50% off any single item. Some exclusions apply, and you also get free shipping if you are in the US and Canada. You guys, I have been working with Adam and Eve for literally the past 8 or 9 years on my main channel. They're tried and true. I do full reviews on my main channel. They have just a variety of things for everyone, okay? Guys, girls, couples, just fun. They have chocolate, everything. It's just fun, and it's just a good time. So if you guys want to go to Adam and Eve, go to AdamandEve.com, use the code ADJUST for 50% off, and you can also get free shipping in the US and Canada. And they're sponsoring our show, and how amazing is that? Not only are they the sponsor, they're the top of the show sponsor, which is, they're the only sponsor of this show, but we love them so much, and you guys always get excited. You're always like, where are the sponsors? Where are the sponsors? Adam and Eve coming through. So again, if you want to spice up your love life for the Valentine's season or spring or summer, just add some excitement into the love of your life. It's fun. Even if it's just for yourself. Love yourself. Love anyone. Anyways, they're great gifts to give. AdamandEve.com, shout out for sponsoring. Use the code JUST. AdamandEve.com, 50% off plus free shipping in the US and Canada. Did I say it enough? I hope I said it enough. But I love it. Adam and Eve, use it. Thank you so much for sponsoring this episode of Just Trish. Okay. Oh, that's why they did the just. I was like, why is it just? The code. Because I thought... That is so funny. I was like, that's such a weird, I thought maybe it was like a thing, like a special they were doing for Valentine's Day. That's weird. Oh, because maybe, okay, got it, okay. I was thinking like, got it. Maybe that should be our merch, just. Instead of Trish, instead of wearing Trish on your thing, it'd be just. So cute. And also shout out to our patrons. We just sent out a bunch of headshots signed for the month. Trish emoji stickers, our Valentine cards, which are here. I don't think I showed them in the last one. These are our Valentine cards. We sent them all out in the mail. They're being sent as we speak, like literally as we speak. So you'll be getting them this week. And I'm excited for next month. If you sign up on our Patreon, you get 8 exclusive videos, including extended podcasts. We're going to be reviewing James Charles songs today on the extended podcast, if that entices you. And then you get mukbangs. We did, what did we do? Five Nights at Freddy last week, which is very exciting. And then if you join the top tiers, you can get a headshot, you get signed cue cards. New Trish emoji sticker will be unveiled next week. New headshot will be unveiled next week. We're going to do a Valentine one. And I actually got us a Trish and Moses keychain for next month, too. It's our little Valentine shoot, and it's a little keychain. I didn't even tell Moses yet.
I didn't know about that.
I was going to surprise you. They haven't come in yet, but you're going to also get, for the top tier, the Trish and Moses keychain, which I'm sure is enticing to everybody. I know I want it. So shout out to our patrons. Seriously, you guys also carry the show. Go to patreon.com/justtrish if you want to join. Get those bonus videos. Get the signed headshot. New headshot each month. New sticker each month. I do not sell them individually. People always ask. Patreon.com/justtrish. Me and Oscar do gaming. We do mukbangs. We did a Chinese New Year mukbang, which was Panda Express was lit. Ordered it last night, not lit. I don't know what happened, but something, I don't know if it was Super Bowl. Everything was a little mushy yesterday. Not sponsored by Panda Express for sure. It's chaotic today, guys. You can already tell it's a little unhinged. Nothing fit me. We'll get into all that. That's our only hot topic we have is just nothing fits. But Oscar, you look cute. Everything fits perfect for you. How are you doing?
Oh, great. Yeah, I decided to cosplay as a football player today.
Oh, very much that.
Yeah. It's Valentine's football.
I love it.
I realized I don't really know what football players wear, though.
I love this full outfit. We got to do a full outfit. You can't see. He has Under Armour, and then also the shoes with the sock. Kind of baseball-y, too. I like it.
Yeah. Sports. It's
sports. Wait,
yes.
So what? You don't know what they wore? But I think this is what they wear.
I thought that football players wear like these leggings, but then I put them on. They're kind of see-through. I was like,
I think that's why people like them. Like, isn't that why people watch football? They're like, ooh, the tights. You know what I mean?
That's true. Yeah, that's what I was
tuning
into yesterday.
Do you have the padded shoulders?
It's supposed to be. It's like a little poofy sleeve underneath here, but you can't really.
Okay.
Like, but it doesn't really like stay.
It's
puffy.
giving Shakespeare. This whole thing's kind of giving Shakespeare a little bit. I kind of like it. And the pink jersey is such a slay. It's so hard to find them.
Team Just Trish. The Just Trish fishies,
Oh
I guess. What are we called?
The Just Trish. What do you have? Do you have a name? He's the Droplets. What's your name? I'm surprised
I
there's
think
no...
Moses said him the Otters. The Oscar Otters. Yeah.
Is that what your emoji's going to be? Did you talk to the emoji guy?
Yes, I did talk to him.
Are you going to be an otter?
Works. Yeah. I think so.
Gagged. You should put a sticker on your thing, your little otter sticker. Do you like the otters? Are you happy with that? Or?
I think so. Otters are cute in Animal Kingdom and like Gay Kingdom. Yeah.
What is an otter again? They're a little hairy, but not like a bear.
Yeah, it's like in between twunk and bear, I guess. That middle stage. I have no idea. It's kind of like
otter.
I don't know, but they're sweet, like a little otter. Like they're cute. They eat little clams or whatever.
Oh,
do
cute.
They?
I think so, right?
Yeah.
I
And
don't know. I
they're
have
water
no idea.
related, you know. You need to be among the fishes in the water.
Yeah, the water. Oh,
we're all
wow.
aquatic.
Exactly.
You're an otter, I'm a fishy, and you're a droplet.
Yeah.
Wow, so
The
crazy.
synergy.
Oh my God. Oscar the Otter sounds like a good... If we write our children's book, we can put Oscar the Otter in there. That would be so cute. I'm sure there's one out there because Oscar and Otter sounds very similar.
The O's, yeah. The
well, and the
alliteration.
Oscar,
yeah,
Otter.
period. So true.
Oh my God, that's cute. I like it. Oscar's Otters. So you're the Otters. So all the Otters out there. Why were we asking that question? What were we talking about?
Our team mascot.
Oh, our team.
Yeah.
Oh, right. So you're Just Trish. On the back, you'd have like Otter. Yeah, that'd be cute. We just put Just. I think I like Just.
I do like Just.
Yeah, that could be like our clothing brand or something. Okay, nobody take that.
Maybe
We're
like
gonna put that in there.
Just do it.
Right, but we're Just. I'm sure. Is there anything called Just? I don't know. I
No,
love
I'm
it.
joking. Nike.
I love the promo code for Just. Well, I got that, but I was like, okay, we love Just because it's cool. It's like, what is that? You know, if you saw that on a shirt or something, you'd be like, what is Just?
Yeah.
It's Just.
It's Just.
Exactly.
Because it's not just Trish, it's just Oscar, it's just Moses, it's just the people watching home, it's just our Patreon, it's just me sponsorship. So I like it. I like this whole vibe. And then the hearts, so cute.
Bringing in the Valentine's Day
Little
representation. Yeah.
I love it. Okay, and your outfit today.
Me, I'm just, hearts, Valentine, the glasses, Versace.
They're not Versace.
I was like, wow.
No. Actually, we know YSL makes a pair like that, actually, that are like $5. Remember I tried them on at the mall? I think you got them for me. I don't even know where they're at, but I think you got them. They make similar. Where are those from? Are those Party City?
Yeah, this is all Party City original.
And the shirt, I think, is Amazon or Walmart.
Yeah, I mean, the shirt is kind of like even pixelated. So it's not the camera, it's the shirt.
Well, because it's cheap. But I did get you the bougie one. Do you know the brand with the red heart?
Yeah.
What is that?
Is it the one with the little eyes?
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot what it's called.
Oh, here's the shirt. But you cut out the brand. He was cutting the neck out. It's expensive, and you cut the neck out. He's like, it doesn't fit. I was like, why don't you try it on before you cut the neck out?
I was so excited about it because it's
was
really cool and
too.
it's extra large. And I'm like, well,
Did you cut
that's my size, extra
Comme des
large.
Garçons.
Comme des Garçons. They're expensive. This little shirt was like $300 or something.
And Moses is cutting.
He cut the neck off. He's like, it doesn't fit. I was like, okay, well, now we're stuck
Well,
with a shirt with no brand.
I didn't think I wouldn't be able to wear it.
Well, we could at least poshed it with the brand name.
I wore it once.
Babe, you cut the brand name out. Like, it looks like a knockoff now.
We have it.
Okay, glue it back. Maybe it'd be worth
It
more.
might go for more. Yeah.
We'll
it's a
just put it in
custom.
the package. We'll just add it. It's all here.
Moses like desecrating the nicest
There
shirt
you go.
ever.
It's fine.
What happened? It just was too small?
It's really tight, like for extra large. It's crazy.
I always get him a double XL. He is an XL, but everything's slim fit now.
Yeah.
So everything just fits snug. So I was like, so I gave him double XL. And he's like, that's too big. Double XL is too big. But the Versace sweater was a 3X and you had to fit perfectly. So, but they're small. Versace runs very, very small.
Yeah, because they're European. They want to shame everyone.
They
Those
do.
Europeans.
Yeah, no one can fit into any of those clothes. Definitely not me. That would have been really cute. But I like this. I got this from Walmart. You look great. That's anything else you want to say about Valentine's Day, or that's it?
That's it. We have balloons and hearts and.
Oh, the set design should be noted. This is, you guys, we have no hot topics today, so we're just going through everything.
We're just talking about what's in front of our eyes.
The set design. How did you do these? Cut these? I mean, seriously though, this looks like it take a lot of time. Just like, did you cut these yourself?
It took a lot of time, yeah.
You cut the hearts?
No, but I had to put a sticker
Sticker.
and
Yeah.
stick the heart on the balloon.
Looks great. Moses is going to be our guest this week for Valentine's Day. We did a full, it was like a 3-hour almost. It was so cute too because Moses runs the camera, so he had to get up every half hour and start and stop. And it was good. We had a good flow.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, after that, there's so many things I still wanted to say. That after that, I was like, I really wanted to say this.
His throat hurt. He's like, my throat hurts. I'm like, yeah, because you talk so much, which is great. Moses never talks. So I'm always surprised in an interview setting how much he can talk. I was like, wow, he can really talk. I found it very interesting. It's the calmest one because he told me to keep my voice down because his microphone's right here. So he thought my voice would pick up. So I'm just like, so what about water? Like, it sounds like we're just not interested at all in this conversation.
Yeah,
But
if you want to use a Just Trish episode to fall asleep, that's the one.
it was very ASMR. It was very calming. I wasn't anxious. I wasn't tired after. Usually I'm like drained and tired. I was like, oh, it was actually very calming.
If anything, it was very emotional.
I did cry a lot. I was crying all the time because he gets so deep about water and death and life and resurrection. I was just like, oh my gosh, and where he's going to be after he dies, and he'll be in the water. And I was thinking about Moana when her grandma comes out of the water. I'm like, oh my God, it's going to be Moses. Like, it's just, anyways, it got me emotional. It was good. So that's coming this week. Moses, we have a lot of good guests coming. You guys probably seen on TikTok. We have like 6 guests already done in the can, as they call it. Is that what they call it? In the can?
I do think that's what
I think that's in the can.
In the pipeline. I don't know. Is the can, not the trash can.
In the can. And like, it's a film can, right? In the can. So they're really good. We had some really, I loved all our interviews lately. They're all really good. We have so many good ones. And thank you to our guests for being patient, because sometimes we film them. It's just like, I always think I'm going to give birth like any day. So I always just think I got to stack up even though I'm 3 months away. I still feel like, what if she comes now? You got to be prepared. So we're stacking them up. We are really good guests. We got some Drag Race royalty coming this week and next week.
I can't wait.
Ooh, I can't either. I got some custom coutures. Like, I'm very, very excited. So, we had that. We can always recap. I didn't even have that on my notes. We can keep that for the end of the show. But Valentine's Day is upon us. And did you plan something? You did.
We got each other gifts. And that's about it.
And you can't say, he watches the show right away?
He does,
okay.
yeah.
Dang,
he has like little snipers that send him clips whenever I mention him now, because I kind of get in trouble every time I mention him.
Really?
Yeah, I got in trouble because on the Patreon video, I talked about how my boyfriend likes to like lick his little sauce cans clean, like his little things of sauce. I got in trouble for that.
Wait, why? That's cute. That's endearing, I think.
I think so too, but anytime I mention him, I get in trouble somehow. He's like, I'm embarrassed. Don't embarrass me.
Do you want to retract it? You're allowed to. I have to make a retraction.
Yeah, speaking of getting into trouble and retracting
texted me. He literally was just like, you need to say something about this because the comments were out of control.
What did you say?
That I guess he does not pull his pants down when he goes pee. I didn't know.
I don't know how she made that up completely. And people in the comments like, not Trisha,
exposing Moses. First of all, why is that bad? What's the exposed of that?
I don't know. It's
like, why is that bad?
You're either a child that drops his pants to pee, or
a
pervert. You really, or something is really wrong with you.
To me, it'd be more comfortable. Like, what if it's still, just not to get too graphic, it's still wet or something, putting it in? Like, I don't know. I even asked him after, I'm like, you don't? Because I'm like, what? Like, what if you just have underwear that doesn't have a hole through it? You know what I mean? Like, what do you do then? You got to take down your pants.
No, it's elastic. You just stretch it down.
Some of them don't have the holes through them. I think MeUndies has one that doesn't have the holes through them.
It's elastic. You just stretch it down. You don't want to drop your pants down on the dirty floor of the bathroom.
I feel like
you're
shaming guys who do sit down and pee, because I know there's guys who sit down and pee.
That's a whole other story now. Sitting down to pee?
Yeah.
What?
You never heard that? I feel like definitely, guys, let me know.
I can't say who in my household does that.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
You're in
but
trouble.
there is someone who
does. And I understand that. Like, why wouldn't you want to sit? Like, I wouldn't want to stand and pee. That sounds horrible. Let's not get flagged. We got to move on from the pee conversation.
It takes 2 seconds.
Moses does not do that. I don't know. I feel like I've definitely seen a butt out, but maybe it's just...
Now you're making it worse again.
I've seen your butt, so maybe I got it confused.
You never seen me stand, and you would walk by and see my butt standing.
One time when we were on a hallucinogen a long time ago, it was like, we never did it a lot one time, but I remember I followed you to the bathroom all the time, and maybe that's why I'm thinking I always just saw your butt out, because I'd always follow you to the bathroom because I never wanted him to go without me. I was like, let me come to the bathroom with you, and maybe I just saw your butt out. Because you remember overnight, it was like an overnight trip.
Yeah, but I still had my pants.
I don't think so. I think we were both pantless at that point, so I think you were just walking to the
Oh, maybe.
You remember because we had to pee so much, so it was like every 2 seconds.
Maybe.
So I think that's the visual I have in my head of you going.
That would make sense, but you should put it in context.
Okay, well, because that's really the only time I've seen it. It's not like I stand there and watch you, so I feel like it's the only time I've seen you pee, and I think that's the memory I have. So, anyways, hopefully I make it through without peeing. But so you have did you get the experience? Because you said you were going to surprise him with an experience.
Not yet. Well, he was going to surprise me with the experience, but it's been hard because it's like figuring out the timing has been difficult. But eventually, like after a few years, like the actual day doesn't matter. It's like we'll just say we're celebrating Valentine's Day in like February 20 something or whatever.
I get that. I feel like that we celebrate like all the time. Like it truly like doesn't even feel like to me. I'm like he's making lasagna and watching Love Is Blind. I'm like, well, that's like a
Valentine's
right, yeah, that's like a Wednesday, But I don't know. He got me this. This is from our guest episode. He got me this. This is an infinity, but it's an infinity sign and it looks like an 8. Usually the infinity is the other way. So I thought it was really clever. I really liked it. We don't do gift exchanges anymore, but this was a gift this year. So I appreciate it. Yeah, we're not doing anything either. We're just going to, I don't know, maybe we'll just dress up and take some cute photos or something.
That's also like any
like any day. We've done like 2 Valentine's Day photo shoots, but I was like, maybe on the actual day we'll do a Valentine's.
We've done so many photo shoots already. But no, we'll do something for Malibu too, you know.
Oh, for sure. That's what I was thinking
Something
too.
like really cute.
We have to talk about your pink lemonade Beyonce look today.
Oh yeah, this is well. I had very many looks. I started off in a black Beyonce with a turquoise, like a black shirt Beyonce with a turquoise from the Super Bowl. She wore like a black low cleavage, and everyone was tweeting me, "You look like Beyonce," which is something I've never gotten in my life, but I'll take it. That was
that's the ultimate compliment.
That's the ultimate compliment. I was actually like so surprised. I was just like, "Oh, okay, thank you." I don't see it, but I'll take it. You know,
I think the hair and the glam. Yeah, I love blonde Beyonce, and like the hair was just like the volume and everything. And then in her Verizon commercial at the Super Bowl, she had that pink headset, and that was the first thing I thought of. She was on her Twitch channel. I literally had to stop, pause it, and rewind, pause it, and then take a photo and send it to you.
So what was it for Twitch?
It was a Verizon commercial, and then in her Verizon commercial, she had a scene where she joined Twitch. And she was gaming, and she had the pink headset. She had a pink jacket on. It was very Trish coded.
Oh my God. It's crazy all these people copying me. It's like Kim and then Beyonce. And this is something, I'm getting in my gamer girl Trish. And for next month's headshot, I really thought about being a gamer girl for the headshot and for the Trish emoji sticker, doing like a gamer girl Trish emoji.
Oh, I would love that.
Yeah, that'd be so cute, right? And that's why we dug those out, because I hadn't found those. And then Beyonce went and did it. I was like, wow, really?
She can join Trish, which is your own gaming
Our Patreon. Our Patreon. Everyone's like, just join Twitch. I'm like, I don't know how that works. Patreon.com/JustTrish. Is this good, set designer? That's good there. We love the honesty. Oscar was very honest. We'll insert pictures. My first outfit. I couldn't see myself really, and my outfit was kind of see-through. It didn't really fit. And so I was like, how does this look? And you're like, it looks a little crazy. And I was like, okay, love that. I decided Moses to take a picture. I'm like, then we took it off. You're like, it's a little better without the top. It was just the black bodysuit. But Moses had seen me in this dress last week. I was going to wear this for the guest episode. You're like, it's going to look better. This is actually, Beyonce Lemonade. It's actually also one from Holly. Well, Holly had a little tiny version. It's a Holly Madison copy as well. So
I love that.
Yeah, I was just wondering where she's like, I think she's throwing a birthday party for her dog or something like that. So it's kind of like a bath sheet right now. It's just kind of, it's nice actually, because I can just breathe and
you can twirl in it. And
I did a little twirl. We did a little, check out the TikToks. We did a little video of it all. But I'll take the Beyonce for sure. I love that. My nails broke, so I have short nails. All right, let's get into it then. The Super Bowl, Beyonce. Well, I guess we'll start with Beyonce because everyone was tweeting me. And it wasn't just you that you were the first texting me, but then when I went on my Twitter, it was like all the Twitter. Even people not at mentioning me was like, Trisha Paytas at the Super Bowl. I was like, so I think it was the hair. That must be it.
Beyonce is what someone on TikTok commented. So I'm running with Trish Beyonce. I love that.
I love it. And Beyonce is like so well loved too. So like that's the best comparison I could ever have. I don't think like a more superior. I thought Rihanna was really nice. People have been very nice to me lately. When I was a kid, it was always like Samuel Jackson or something. And now it's like, yeah. Or Mama June at one point, Honey Boo Boo's mom. God. Yeah. So I think I'll take Beyonce and Rihanna. I love it.
Yeah.
I'll take it. They're so pretty and so beautiful. We never even talked about Beyonce, the Jay-Z at the Grammys, but I just wanted to touch it real quick. Did you, because it was a division this morning during Glam. Some people are like, yeah, my man better stick up for me and do that. And then me, I was like, if my man did that, I would be so embarrassed. I'd be like, get down here right now. What are you doing? What was your thoughts on it just quickly? And then we'll go to the Super Bowl.
I'm kind of neutral on it. Like, I get why he would do it. I think Beyonce was kind of like your reaction because it like panned her. She was just like, kind of clapping, but she was kind of like, all the comments were like, ooh, he's gonna hear it as soon as he gets off that stage, You don't
think she knew? Because then people, half the Glam, we had like a big Glam this morning, we had like 5 or 6 people there, and half the Glam was just like, no, I think she knew, and then the half was like, no, I don't think she did.
I don't think she knew at all.
Okay, I didn't think so either.
And Beyonce is like so chill about everything. She's another one where it's like, I think she's just so iconic and successful that like she kind of just rolls with the punches, and like
doesn't need to say anything.
Yeah.
People know.
And it kind of reminded me of like when 2009, like the Kanye Taylor Swift thing. When
Very
it was, like,
much.
She was just like, what?
I don't need to be brought up. I'm good. I am good. That's what it was giving. Especially this is the Grammys too, so it's not even the VMAs to me. And I totally get what you're saying, because a lot of people are like, like a black female artist hasn't won album of the year, even though they sell the most, they get the most Grammys, all the stuff like that. So I totally get it, the awareness of it. But I just think because it's Beyonce and she's just not. If it was like Kim Kardashian, it makes sense. Like, she maybe would want the attention, whatever. Beyonce's just not attention. Like, she doesn't do interviews, she doesn't talk about herself, like, because she doesn't need the attention either,
Yeah.
So I don't think she needs the acknowledgement I don't know. That was my perspective. I mean, it was wild. And then what's their daughter, Blue Ivy, was up there with them.
Yeah.
So it's just like a lot. I know even when Moses will tell people like, oh, her podcast is really popular or whatever you say. I don't know. You say something. I'm always like, stop. I don't know. Because my dad does that sometimes too. They like to, and it's nice. They're trying to come from a place like, she's really busy. She's really this. He'll tell people, oh, we've been so busy working. I'm like, we're fine. We're not doing anything. Like, I just don't like to have any acknowledgement on us at all. And so I would be mortified. But yeah, Beyonce was there. She's in her country era now.
Yes.
I love that.
I know.
Random.
She had like a country song before with the Chicks, formerly the Dixie Chicks. And I love that song.
Really?
Yeah, it goes, my daddy says shoo. Oh, my daddy says shoo.
What?
Yeah, I love that song.
Is there more to it? That was so catchy. I like it.
It's really good.
Well, she's Texas, I guess. So that makes sense.
Yeah,
She's kind of country.
So it's like Renaissance Act 2. The first act was like house music. So now she's doing country. People think Act 3 is going to be like rock or something, which I love. I love how she's just like versatility. I would actually love a scene like rock Beyonce because she's got the voice that she can do anything, you know? That commercial, the Verizon Beyonce commercial and an album announcement was like pretty iconic. I'm like, she kind of stole the show a little bit, but
oh, for sure. Everyone's talking about Taylor Swift. I was like, but Beyonce, but you know what I mean? And the fact that it's Verizon, I have Verizon too, so she kind of copied me. I used to not be like a Beyonce fan. I don't think I was like a hater, but I like didn't care. I loved Destiny's Child. Like when I was a kid, like that's when like Say My Name would come out. I thought, oh my God, like I love them. I love Survivor. I loved that everything matched. I was like, yes, this is what I'm gonna be part of. But I don't know, maybe I just wasn't in that era or something of Beyonce. Like, what's the one where she's like on
Single Ladies?
Is that the one where she's like, no, God. She's like on the floor. She has a white tank top and she's like strutting with her hot jeans.
Oh my God. With like this, with the denim shorts?
Yeah.
Oh
it was
God.
like her big solo thing, right?
Was it not Crazy in Love? Was it Crazy in Love?
Oh, yeah. Got me looking so crazy right now.
Yes.
Okay, I think I was kind of out of it during that era. What year was it? Does it say? I bet it was like 2012. I can just guess.
No, it was before that, I think.
Well, it even makes more sense.
2003.
Oh my God, where was I? Doing drugs at like 12 years old in middle school or something. Because I was a freshman in high school. Oh, but I was a freshman in high school. That's when I was moving schools. I moved schools like 4 times. Okay, that makes sense. I was definitely not paying attention. Oh my God.
Like 2008 was like Single Ladies, I think.
Okay, I missed
like
that era. Yeah,
like
I missed
Sasha
that era.
Fierce. Like,
Definitely missed all that.
I'm a diva. You remember that song?
No.
Oh, okay.
I mean, Single Ladies, of course, I know. That one I definitely don't. But I know. I think I missed a whole era of Beyonce. I think that's why.
I wasn't like a stan. I used like the stan card very, like, I'm protective over it because I don't want to claim to be a stan. But I always like love Beyonce. But
she's universally loved, I feel.
Yeah, it's like, how can you not like her?
You can't be a hater. Like, I was like, you can't, like, I wasn't a hater.
Yeah, she gives nothing to like a hate on ever because she's so talented. She's like polite and nice and she doesn't like
no drama.
She doesn't like talk.
I think just being pretty. I think sometimes you could probably if I was a hater, I would just like hate her because she was like pretty. You know what I mean? Like back in my youth or something. Yeah. But I did think she was so pretty. I did think I loved her in the Gladiator commercial with Britney Spears.
Yes, and Pink. That was Super Bowl, right?
That was Super Bowl.
She always gives a good Super Bowl commercial at Beyonce.
She like pretty much, and I love Britney, but I think she kind of outshined Britney in that one even.
She looked so good. The hair. Yeah. Oh my God.
We should recreate that. You, me, and Moses will be the gladiators and do Pepsi commercial. Was there a Pepsi commercial this year?
I don't think there was a Mountain Dew one, but I don't think there was a Pepsi.
Which everyone was gagging for. Which I mean, I'm not an Aubrey Plaza hater, but I wasn't like gagging for the script or anything.
It was cute. But...
Yeah. What was the I'm having a blast? Is that what it was? She's like, I'm having a blast. I get it. Like the juxtaposition of I like her, but everyone was like, yeah. So Beyonce's commercial was the best in your opinion?
I think so. Honorary mention to
Temu.
That Temu Temu has money to have like 5 Super Bowl commercials. Like what?
Yeah, that was wild.
That was like $30 million or something they spent, which is crazy. But I did have that little jingle in my head, like Temu. Yeah,
it's good. Everyone's like, oh, we've been pronouncing it wrong the whole time. I always thought it was Temu, but I saw people being like, I was not pronouncing it that way, which is crazy because you can get like literally a phone case for a penny. So I'm like, how are they making?
It doesn't make sense. It really doesn't make sense. And I get Instagram ads, and they have like. It'll be like furniture and stuff, and it's like $2. I'm like, huh? Yeah. That seems a little suspicious.
I think they're like Chinese, and it's like, like Amazon at the beginning. They're just throwing money to get people over to... So trying to compete with Amazon.
My makeup artist said she had really good quality. She had a phone case from them. It was like a Hello Kitty one. And she's like, it's actually good quality. It was like a penny. I was like,
that's wild.
Because I was thought, oh, it's a scam. It must not be good quality. But I think it is. I don't know.
I don't know either.
And she looked good. Beyonce with her. She had a little bolero on. She had, I guess she was country at the Grammys too. So she was
a big cowboy hat. So she's been teasing.
I love it. She's coming for Taylor Swift with the country.
It kind of is giving like Casey Musgraves vibe.
Okay.
Yeah, that's kind of the vibe I was getting. But I love country Beyonce.
It's going to be everything. Oh my God, it's going to be so good.
All the girls are dropping music this like first half of the year. It's kind of crazy.
No, it is nuts.
Yeah, we got I think Ariana's like the week before Beyonce, and then it's Beyonce, and then Dua Lipa, and then
Taylor, right?
Yeah.
I heard Taylor tries to cancel all the girls that are coming up. Someone said she was trying to cancel like Olivia Rodrigo because Olivia Rodrigo said she was inspired by her for her album, and then she tried to ask for writing credit or something.
Oh, that's like a hard story because
these are your two girlies, so I wanted to know your take.
No.
Because Throwaway Ink, I think on TikTok, I had this written because I didn't know about this, so I kind of went deep into it because I was like, ooh, this is tea. Okay, I know it's kind of old, but it was Throwaway Ink on TikTok, and I wanted to know because you stand Taylor, you stand Olivia Rodrigo. He basically was saying Taylor was like not a girl's girl. He's like, she acts like a girl's girl, but she's not. And then he was giving all these receipts, and I was like, I didn't know because when we did our Taylor Swift episode, you didn't like really dive into it, but he talked about Katy Perry with the 2010s dancer and how Taylor kind of started all that drama. Katy was just like, what the heck? Like this beef was, I don't know where this came from. And then most recently asking Olivia Rodrigo for writing credit, and Olivia Rodrigo's team was like, no, what?
Like, so okay. So Olivia grew up a Swiftie. Like she was a Taylor Swift stan. When Driver's License came out, like Taylor was like really sweet about it and would comment on her Instagrams. Then when the album came out, she had a song called Deja Vu. People started doing mashups of Deja Vu and Taylor's song Cruel Summer. Olivia's team wanted to get ahead of it basically, so that's why they gave the writing credits. But I also think that Taylor wanted to like set an example. If anyone like tries to copy like her style, you know, even that little girl that had like the Dear John, what's your song you like?
Oh yeah, Everly, I love for that. Like a Dear John, like a yeah, that was a good
She
one.
hates when people like use her for like in like the music.
Well, why didn't she come for that little girl then?
Because I don't think it was like #1 for like 10 weeks or whatever.
So you think she felt the pressure, like someone stepping on her neck and she's like,
I
ooh.
do, yeah.
Because there was a song, you guys know I have no horse in this race. I don't know. I literally don't care. I'm indifferent. But I did get into it. Then someone, I don't know if it was that TikTok or another one, where someone said Taylor Swift has a song about someone coming up. She's scared about like a young girl coming up and stealing her style.
Yeah, it's called Nothing New. It was
Nothing new. Okay,
yeah,
shout out.
It's with Phoebe Bridgers, who's on it, and Phoebe is also friends with Olivia. So yeah, I mean, listen, I love Taylor. Do I agree with everything she does? No, I do think she uplifts more so like and associates more with like the up and coming artists, but I think when they become like super big, there's like a little bit of like,
she's like, don't get too popular.
Yeah.
Or she just associates with people so different, like Ice Spice is obviously in a totally different category. So she's like, I'll be friends with you. You're up and coming, but
or like Sabrina Carpenter. People think it's shady because like she's best friends with Sabrina Carpenter now, and Olivia and Sabrina had beef a couple years ago, but. The Swiftie politics. It's like it's a trying time to be a Swiftie.
I kind of went on that route though. I was kind of like, ooh, that's kind of not a girl's girl. And then when I saw Katy Perry talking about it on James Corden, because I went down the hole. I was like, oh my God, I don't even know. I was kind of like, You don't know the details, obviously, but it did sound a little sus because Katie's like, yeah, of course, go on tour. And this was like when Taylor was starting off, go on tour, and the dancers had like an out to come back or whatever. And then Taylor and then she said she called Taylor up. Like Katy Perry like called Taylor and was like, what the heck? Like, what's happening? And Taylor was not receptive. Like Katy Perry's like popular, that's their dancer, whatever. I don't know. Maybe I'm like being a Taylor Swift hater. You know what it is? I think it's that the situation of when you just see someone too much in the media. Because I was going on the Swiftie route. I was like, from our first episode we did of Taylor Swift, I was like, you know what? I kind of like Taylor Swift. I get her vibe. I like her. She seems cool. And then now everyone's kind of turning on her. I feel like Twitter X is turning on her. TikTok's turning on her.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of Taylor hate out there. And kind of for no reason. Moses even this morning was like, he loves to give me my little hot topics in the morning. I love to hear his hot topics that he has. And he's like, yeah, everyone's really hating on Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. And I was like, why? And he's like, what did you say about Taylor? And I was like, oh, that they were showing her too much, or she ruined the Super Bowl, or what did you say? You said something so weird.
People were just saying, congratulations, Taylor, for winning the Super Bowl.
Oh, yeah.
Stuff like that.
But
and basically that the Super Bowl got hijacked by the couple, where it's really a team's sports. You know, like the team won, not this couple, but it feels like the couple won.
Yeah, I was like, that's something stupid to hate on.
And I don't know. I mean, I think a lot of people just feel like if they didn't date, would he be the frontman for the team? Would this team even be up for winning?
Isn't he the quarterback?
Tight end.
Oh, just kidding. I thought he was the quarterback, because usually it's the quarterback's the star, right?
He's always been like, it's like him and Austin Mahomes are like the two like stars of the Chiefs anyway. So even without that, but everyone always highlights like the bad part of Taylor Swift being in the games. But then there was a commercial that showed like a little girl bonding with her dad finally, because like they have, all of a sudden she's interested in football and wants to watch because of Taylor. And I feel like that's the part that people should focus on.
You didn't hear the controversy?
What's the
They had to apologize. They apologized to the TikTok creator. They stole it from a TikTok creator.
Oh, did they? I didn't know it was
It was a TikTok creator. I have it, and she actually follows me. I was going to follow her back for comment. Since then, she said they've made it right, but they straight up stole it.
Oh, did they pay her?
Huh?
Did they pay her?
Hopefully.
Well,
So she
they
didn't.
make it right. So I mean,
Oh, it
you
went
got
viral.
something.
So okay, Cetaphil ripoff. The TikToker's name is Sharavina or Sharon, and yeah. So basically, they did the thing, and they did a bunch of them. So it's her dad, her stepdad, and they did the exact. So she's like, at first it was like, okay, it was about the Taylor Swift, how like he'd come into the room, she's doing her makeup at the vanity, just like the girl, whatever, and he's like asking her to watch football. She's like, no, and then the Taylor Swift thing, it's like, oh, I don't know, whatever, and then he comes in with like the eye patches, the like skincare eye cream, whatever. So that's what it was like. Okay, that's kind of weird. They're kind of stealing our concept. I'm doing my makeup. They come in with the eye care, and then she goes in and watches football, and then they have the like friendship bracelets and stuff. So I was like, and there was like 3 TikToks that they did, and this was back in like September when the whole craze started. So anyways, I guess it was a knockoff because I was just thinking, because it was really close. But I was like, Cetaphil's not going to care, and I guess they reached out and they made it right. They didn't really say what, but hopefully they gave them some credit or whatever. But it was a pretty direct knockoff because she pinned all her TikToks. That does sound exact, yeah. Yeah, it was very that. It was very, and I think she said again, it could have been similar, but with the skincare and the eye patches, she goes, it was pretty similar. Yeah. So these companies do it though, and that's like what is annoying is I bet they do. And maybe, who knows? They probably just hire someone and they said it's an original idea and then it becomes whatever. But that's the beauty about social media is like you can get justice for like these small, because I think it happens all the time. Like Forever 21, I think steals designs from people. And anyways, but yeah, but back to what you're saying, the sentiment is cute because everyone watched that commercial and you're like, oh, it's so, they're bonding. And
I cried. I was like,
oh,
so
okay.
Sweet.
Wow. Yeah, it was cute. I like it. And that is kind of a cute little message. And I think that is true in general. What did I see? I was going to have the statistics down. But since Taylor Swift started dating Travis Kelce, like her worth went up, like his worth went up, like everything's like 400% up or something like that.
Mm-hmm. And the worth of the NFL went up because of Tavis. So
yeah, I don't think again. I feel like there's a lot of things maybe we could hate on Taylor for. I'm like, this is like, good for everyone. Maybe I don't know. And is showing her that many times is that really like upsetting to people? Like they show people all the time.
In the last game, not the Super Bowl game, the one before, I think it was like totaled up how much in like the 3 hours. She was only shown like 25 seconds in the span of 3 hours, and people are saying it's too much. So Tay Voodoo though is very real because the Chiefs were like losing for most of the game, and then I think until halftime, the Chiefs were losing. Even like the little announcer people. I watched the whole Super Bowl, by the way. Pre-game, the actual game. They went into overtime, watched overtime. The poster. Wow. It was not my choice. I had to for work, but it's like the opposite of Swiftie privilege because I was made to like work the game because of Taylor. So whatever. Swiftie Jeopardy, I guess. I don't know.
Kind of though. Yeah, I was gonna say it's kind of like a win-win because you're working, you're getting paid, but you also get to see Taylor and you get to.
But it was very much Tay Voodoo because they were losing. The Chiefs were losing most of the game. The announcers were like, "A team has never come up this much. Like I think it's not looking good for the Chiefs." And all of a sudden, at halftime, the score was like 13 or whatever, which is Taylor's number. Taylor was seen praying. And then all of a sudden the Chiefs won.
It was 13-13 was the tie?
Yeah. Or like, yeah.
Why is 13 her number?
Oh, no. It was like 12-13 when they finally won. When they got the lead. The Chiefs got the lead. Yeah. And then.
The Super Bowl was 58. 5 plus 8 is 13.
Yeah. It's actually kind of spooky. It was like her 13th game.
I mean, it sounds like me with
I saw an entire TikTok that summarized all the 13s that are associated with this.
It's Super Bowl 58. 5 plus 8 is 13. It was February 11th. 2 plus 11, 13.
Oh, I do love that.
They were against the 49ers. 4 plus 9 is 13.
Oh.
The halftime score was 10-3, which is 13. The Chiefs 2023 wins with Travis Kelce. So they've won 13 games this entire season. And the plays on game-winning drive was 13. I don't know what that means, but I will take the sports channels.
That is crazy. As a number girl, I would also feel that way too. Kind of like, wow.
And it was a 13th game that Taylor went to. So
wow. Why is 13 her number?
She was born on the 13th, and she has all these like crazy 13. Coincidences that happen on the 13th.
We love. What's your number?
I'm not even kidding. My number has always been 13 because I genuinely mean this.
Yeah.
Because in like middle school, we always had like numbers like assigned to us. Oh. So and I was always number 13, like alphabetically in the group in like our class.
That makes sense. Your G.
I was either 13 or 14. So yeah.
Okay, so you're also. I mean, it is like a common like 7's a common lucky number. Lucky 13. I don't know. I guess I never heard it that much. Maybe like
it's kind of unlucky. Like a lot of floors, like in hotels, they don't have floor 13. because it's like a spooky
really?
number.
Like
Yeah.
Friday the 13th, I guess, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess 13s are kind of weird. Maybe not. Take it back. But
But that's
not for you and Taylor.
No, Tay Voodoo is very real. If the Chiefs lost, everyone would be like, see what happens when you have Taylor Swift there? She's bad luck.
Right. Yeah.
Taylor, you can't. It's like the winning team.
It
Like,
is.
I know everyone's been hating on her this past week. It's been rough to see, but she comes out on the winning side, and it's good to be a Swiftie because we just don't lose. We just don't lose. Like, we have our hard times, but at the end of the day, we win. So
Well, don't jinx it, because the tide is turning a little bit, and I'm like, you know when they get on that cancel train when someone gets too high and then they want to cancel.
it's the pendulum. It's so
Pendulum is
yeah.
so real. And her relationship, I feel like for some reason that makes her like everyone just like is rooting for them. They all thought that he was gonna propose.
Which was great. I'm not like
Wait, why?
I'm not delusional when it comes to
That would have been cute.
a little, but not fully.
Are you kidding me? If my man won the Super Bowl, I'd be like, you better propose right there on the 50-yard
I
line
feel
or
like
whatever.
that takes
No.
away, and
Yeah.
it's too much.
That'd be
That's better than like anything
No,
else.
It's like
That's so cute.
It's making it about them again. It's like when she announced her album at the Grammys. Like it's not.
I
You
think
let
that would've
that
been cute.
moment be the moment.
I think you let the moment pass when I was seeing her propose too, because it really is all about them. The cameras were on them. You know what I mean? It is about them. I mean, whatever. People have to deal with it. I mean, it's 2 seconds of the football game. Like, who cares? It's after the football game. It is weird. He was the spokesperson. I thought he was the quarterback. So it's weird. Why isn't it the Mahomes guy?
It's always been him. Well, I say this as if I know much about football, but
He's
everything
always the
I've
star?
seen, even before,
Okay.
yeah, like Travis was always like a big deal for the Chiefs, and because he's like one of the best tight ends in like history, and it's
The
and
name
Austin
tight end.
Mahomes.
Like, why?
It's kind of cute, tight end.
I always see it on like underwear in West Hollywood. So I'm always like, why would they name that for the football player? A tight end? Like, why is it called a tight end? Do you know? For football
No idea.
terms?
See, and then all the videos, Ice Spice went with Taylor, and Ice Spice, every time it pans like Taylor's sweet, it was like Ice Spice looking confused
Confuse
as
me.
hell, and that would be us.
Totally.
Like, we would be up there with Taylor and have no freaking clue
No
what was
idea.
going on.
I never know who to cheer for in the games ever. Like,
I have no clue.
was Lana Del Rey in the suite?
Yeah.
She got knocked over?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know that was
Also,
really
poor
her.
Lana, yeah.
She didn't get like the cred. It was like Blake Lively, Ice Spice, and Taylor. And I like didn't even know Lana was there until she got knocked over.
She started, when the game started, she was like right below like the suite.
Okay.
And I think she went up at some
Ooh.
point. But yeah, then everyone was celebrating, and then they were all jumping, and poor Lana got like knocked over. She goes, ah!
Oh my-
She gets, all of a sudden she's gone. I'm like, oh, Lana.
Did she ever come back up?
I don't know.
We never saw it come
I never
up
saw her
again? Oh my gosh.
I hope she's okay.
Oh, I know. I saw all that and I was just like, oh my God. I didn't know that was her. I was just like,
That girl cannot catch a freaking break.
I know. Everyone loves Lana Del Rey though.
I love her.
Do you?
I just
you love
love her.
everybody. We literally said the other day. I'm like, Mo was like, he just loves anybody. If it's a girl that's like cute and sings, you're like, I love her.
Yeah. What's there not to like? She's beautiful, and her spirit is so nice. Like, I love that she goes to the Grammys. She goes to the mall, buys her dress, goes to the Grammys. Like,
Did
that's
she? Where'd she
iconic.
buy her dress?
No
Windsor?
one knew where her one from this year, but 2021, I think, or 2020. Her dress was from Dillard's. She went to Dillard's, got her dress at the mall, and then went to the Grammys.
Which mall? Do you know?
No idea. I
Northridge?
should find out.
We got to do our Northridge Day eating cream fried cheese. Maybe
Yeah.
next week, so that we can be ahead on our Patreon too. I just want to eat cream fried cheese, so I'm like gonna see. I can
We
tell
have to
Moses.
make
I'll
it
be like,
happen.
I gotta go get some cream fried cheese.
that's funny.
Yeah, Ice Spice looking like Ice Spice always. I
I
love
love
her
her.
quintessential Ice Spice look. It's so
I
cute.
know.
Everything about her is great.
Blake
Ta-
Lively, did you see her?
Yeah,
She was giving like Sue Sylvester with like the red. She had like a red track.
but she had curly hair.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought she had like short Sue Sylvester hair. I was like, wait, maybe I didn't see her. I guess I didn't notice the tracksuit. I just noticed her hair. I was like, oh, she looks pretty.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I love her big curly hair, but yeah, she was wearing
love
like
her.
a little tracksuit, but like a red tracksuit.
guess
I was like, that's
sportsy.
very Sue Sylvester coded.
I don't remember it. I gotta like look now, but
She just wore red tracksuits.
like an
every
Adidas
episode.
one, like
Yeah.
okay. Well, it's better than who was it? Who's the other person that's related to Travis Kelce? The sister, she's sister-in-law.
HAILEY.
Yeah, she didn't wear any
Yes.
Chiefs stuff, and everyone's just like, oh, she just wore red and she never wears Chiefs. It's so annoying.
She's not a Chiefs stan or whatever. I think that's. I mean, stick to your guns, I guess. Don't be fake about
But
it.
her husband wore a Chiefs outfit.
True. Yeah.
He had a
but
cute
she's
one. His was like
loyal.
overalls.
Yeah.
I kinda liked
Jason
it.
Kelce is a cutie. I
Like
love him.
you're going to support the Chiefs. Wear Chiefs, you know?
She's
not that
being
hard.
herself. I'm like, whatever.
I don't know. I don't like it. I was like, all right, girl, you could put on a Chiefs outfit. Like, just wear anything. I think she had like a Cincinnati even. I was like, okay, let's not just put a random shirt on.
I think that's the team that she supports. I don't know.
Oh
I'm
my
like, I'm like
God.
not want to comment on the sports decorum. So like whatever.
You're not? You didn't see the fashion show, the runway show of all the players coming into the stadium?
Oh my God, Nick Bosa.
Who is Nick Bosa?
He is hot as hell.
Which
was
one
the
was he wearing?
He's the one that did that Skims campaign, the men's underwear campaign.
Oh, whoa.
And he was problematic. And it's
Oh.
like, God, I am trying so hard, but God, I am not your strongest warrior because that man is so hot.
Pretty privileged.
He's so hot.
You can do anything. Which one is he? He had a crop top.
He was on the 49ers.
Oh, I didn't see. I don't think I only saw the Chiefs coming in.
He wore like a black, like it was almost like a crop top, and he had like these white leggings on.
Oh, like those?
Yeah.
Oh.
He just, oh my God. It was
new crush of the month.
It was a test. I can't
really
declare him a crush because he's like
too hot.
I think he's a little like homophobic vibes, I think, but
you like the ones like that, the little bad boys, the ones you shouldn't have.
Yeah.
You're like, wow.
I do love a bad boy.
I like them too. Sometimes the guys that are fat phobic, I'm always like, God, why are they so hot? But they hate a fatty like me. I think it's like a thing where it's almost like this like self-deprecation thing. You're like, yeah, call me a pig.
And you want to be like a pick me, like I'll be the one that I'll be the one gay that he has a soft spot for. But I can't. Is
he actually homophobic? Allegedly, what did he say?
He's been on all these, like, he's done, like, podcasts and stuff where he's just super, super ultra conservative. Like, yeah. So it makes it hard. Because that's why when the Skims campaign came out, all of a sudden all these clips of, like, him being, like, a little problematic came out. I was like, shoot, because he looked so hot in that campaign. But
it happens.
God,
well,
he's so hot.
That's why people just shouldn't talk sometimes. That's what I'm saying. Like going on podcasts, you know, it just that's why Beyonce is so smart. Like just don't say anything, and then there's nothing, you know. Especially these guys that are like football players and just hot. Like why are they talking so much? You know what I mean? Because it does make them look, you know, some type of way. And homophobia is just ill, you know. Like that's just like not it anymore. You know, I don't know. That makes me sad. I didn't see him. I saw. Did you like Travis Kelce's outfit coming in?
Oh,
the
yes,
all black,
the black,
sparkly.
Yeah, it was very like Nicole Kidman. We come to this place for magic, like AMC.
Is that what they were saying with magic? I was thinking people thought like Chris Angel. I was like, oh, okay, like a little magician. Oh, is that okay? We never recreate our AMC commercial.
I know.
Porter Ranch, it's right there.
We have to.
I'm trying to think of what we would do because it'd be like a production. Like, what are we promoting? Are we promoting AMC? I guess AMC gave us a sponsorship. I don't really get the iconicness of that ad. I know I'll get hate for that, but like, what is it? Is it just kind of like a meme now?
I think it's just so like camp.
Yeah.
That everyone kind of lives for it because it's like, huh? Like, why do we have to have it? We're already at the AMC. Why do we have to have a big commercial for the AMC when we're sitting here at the AMC?
That's a good point. It's just kind of, yeah, I get it. Yeah, and it's very serious and dramatic. And they all had Go-Yard bags. Did you notice that?
No.
They all had like a bright yellow one, a bright green one. Like it's very like Kris Jenner to have a Go-Yard, but I guess that they're coming back in style now. I always notice the bags. They all had like Go-Yard or Louis Vuitton. One guy had a Nike. Moses thinks it was sponsored. One guy had like a Nike backpack coming in. I liked it. I thought they all looked really good, but like, why were they so dressed up? Like, why are they so styled?
I don't know.
Like, just
I have
red
no
carpet.
idea. At the after party, I know Travis wore that outfit again.
Oh, he really liked
at
it.
Least,
do you know the designer? Is it Zara? It gave me Zara vibes. Not in a bad way, just like it gave me Zara.
I think I did know the designer, but I forgot actually because I was like really in the journalist like deep dive yesterday for Super Bowl. But
what was your best TikTok you put out yesterday?
Oh my God, I made like 25. It was ridiculous, and all of them were just like because I don't know what people care about, so I'm like I guess I'll just do everything.
Yeah. How many Taylor TikToks did you do?
Oh my God, a lot, like 12. Half of them were.
You're on Taylor duty.
Yeah.
You're like anything Taylor's. How many of you guys were making TikToks? Just you?
Just me. Yeah, I was in the trenches.
For you. You were in the trenches. That's a lot.
Fully.
That's crazy.
They were,
and you don't tweet though for them.
No.
Okay, because the Twitter was on fire too. The ET Twitter was on. Shout out ET Twitter. You know who does it? You don't have to say its name, but do you know the person?
Sissy. Shout out Sissy.
Shout out Sissy on it. They're on it. I was like, wow, they really. The Wicked trailer, I saw it first on ET. I was like, wow,
yeah. What did you
on
think of the Wicked trailer?
So good. Okay,
you tell me first, because you're the Wicked professional.
I watch too much reviews on TikTok, so I'm trying to like formulate my own opinion because people would say stuff. I'm like, that makes sense too. So like my first initial reaction, Moses and I watched together. I'm like, wow, like even Moses like that looks so amazing, like it looks so good. Right away, I was just like, everyone looks so amazing and so good. I did not like the lack of Ethan Slater in it. There was no Ethan Slater.
They knew how to market that film. Let's say that.
I love Bach. I love that character so much, and I was like, I'd love to see more. To be fair, they didn't show much Fiyero. They showed a little bit, but they didn't show much Fiyero either. The only critique, and I did see this on TikTok, sorry I don't have the person's credit who I originally saw it, was, and it did make sense as soon as he said it, I was like, that's what was kind of weird about it, is because we saw all the behind the scenes of the sets and how cool they look and stuff, and we thought, oh, it's going to be this like a realistic set, kind of like Wizard of Oz, where you could tell their sets. It had so much CGI that it was giving, what's the Oz one with,
oh my God,
Anne Hathaway.
Journey to Oz or something.
Yeah, like The Great and Powerful or something.
Yeah.
It was giving that. And I was like, ooh, I kind of see it because I hated that movie. I love anything Wizard of Oz. I'm a big Wizard of Oz fan. But I did not like it. Was Michelle Williams in it or something? I did not like it.
Mila Kunis, was it that one?
Maybe Mila Kunis. Yeah.
Yeah.
James Franco.
Yes.
awful. I think it was like Oz the Great and Powerful or something. It was horrible. And so it did give me that vibe. I was like, there's a lot of CGI, I don't know, for no reason. I don't know. Because the sets are so cool. So other than that, I loved everything. I loved the Defying Gravity riff. I loved everything. But I also saw too, TikTok shout out, is they did mix, it looks like it's one full movie and not part one, because they showed like the stuff from part two where like you see Dorothy and the trio and stuff like that. So I think it is weird that one, they're not marketing it as a musical, kind of like Mean Girls, right? There's no music. Like there was no music in it except for the little Defying Gravity riff. I was like, that's interesting. They're not showing all the songs and the singing. They market it more as a movie. And then two, it's weird that they're not marketing it as part one. It's just Wicked the movie, which I think is a little sus. But either way, I'm so excited because Wicked is my favorite thing in the whole world. I thought Ariana looked so beautiful. I think Cynthia looked really beautiful. I thought everyone looked so beautiful. The girl who played Madame Marvel looks beautiful, even though that should have been my part. Jeff Goldblum even looks like such a slay. I think everyone was like very critical of the casting of Jeff Goldblum as the wizard, but I think he's gonna be a slay. He's so good, especially at the Super Bowl last night with his little heart hands. I thought, oh, so cute. So I've always been a Jeff Goldblum stan. Clock it. I'll put it in the folder. I have pictures of Jeff Goldblum when I played Superman or Supergirl on the Hollywood Boulevard. Anytime Jimmy Kimmel would have him on, they like let us into the green room because I was like such a fan and we knew the people. And so all my pictures of Jeff Goldblum are me in a Supergirl outfit. I think I have like 3 or 4 with him because I was such a stan at like one point, like The Fly, everything. I was obsessed with Jeff Goldblum. So kind of love that he's going to be in this movie. And I'm here for it. What did you think as a non-Wicked fan?
Same. I mean, this was also the teaser trailer, so I think that's why maybe some things were missing or combine them. But the second I heard Ariana sing, I think at the top, I was like, oh, I got like chills kind of. I wasn't expecting it. And I think a lot of people were nervous about Ariana's acting for some reason, like going into it. But I thought she was great. Like from what I've seen, she looked amazing. She sounded amazing. Yeah. I think, and you can tell it. She's so excited about this role, obviously, because she's dating SpongeBob. So she's like so invested in this role, in this movie, in this project. So that makes me like it even more. I think.
Which is surprising that she came public or even would jeopardize the success of the movie by dating Ethan Slater. It's like, do you know what I mean? Like you couldn't wait until the movie comes out, because I think one, I guess it's hype for the movie in one way, but a lot of people do still look at a very side eye for it. And I think having him in the movie with her is just like, are they going to go to the premiere together? You know, because no matter what, it's going to leave a bad taste in a person's mouth. So I thought if it was me, my dream role, like the biggest movie ever made, and it was, I would be like, let me chill. Let me be a good wife. And here's my husband and, you know, whatever. And then, you know, after maybe do whatever. I don't know.
Maybe because it's like, it was like a year away, like when they got together, right? Because it was around like fall last year.
I think it was summer, right when we started our show.
Yeah,
it was like July.
So like, we have like a year. Like maybe people will get over it by then.
I don't think people forget.
I guess we'll see, because that press tour will also be so wild. If there's either way, if they're still together, wild. If they broke up, even more wild. I think that press tour is going to be
pregnant.
A mess. Oh my god! I would die.
Did you see the edits? There's someone edited like SpongeBob in the background. They're like, something was off with this, and it was like, no SpongeBob. I really think they should have had him. I'm on their team. Unpopular opinion. I'll probably on their team or whatever like that. I love Ariana. I think she's so great, but it is weird that she would do that. I would just like not jeopardize anything if I had like, if the Idol season 2 was coming out starring me, I would just not jeopardize. I'm like, me and Moses, we're tighter than ever. Look at our babies, like everything on display like a politician. That's what it would be. I don't know. I'm kind of shocked, but lust takes over. I guess what can you do?
Yeah.
When you see someone like Ethan Slater, just like I can't help myself.
Can't resist.
I get it.
He's
the new Skims model. That'd be everything.
You say that, and I know Kim watches your every move, so she's gonna use it.
Could you imagine? Then you know for sure she's watching.
Did you see the edit where? You know that one scene in the trailer where she like turns around and is shocked? People edited so it's like Ariana turns around and sees Ethan Slater. She goes,
I haven't seen that one. I do
you.
love the edits. Did you see the edit? Are you going to change cameras? Okay, I'll ask you when you're done changing cameras. I haven't seen. I love seeing fan edits in general. Now they like pop up on my FYP, and the Wicked ones just make me so happy. I'm so excited.
And a fast turnaround. Like that was so quick.
So fast. That's what I'm saying. ET so fast. You guys were like on it. Like the minute I didn't even know the trailer was out. I was like, boom, here's our trailer. I was like, wow, they're really quick on it. I guess that's the entertainment news reporters. Hopefully they get paid a lot. Are you guys getting paid overtime?
No.
Oh, right. We talked about this. Babe, did you see? Well, do you know? You might know the clip too. But Moses knows my favorite clip of all time on TikTok. Do you know what it is?
Yeah, this guy with the big curly. He looks like a Carrot Top, but more wild.
Have you seen this red-haired guy?
So there's like 2 women in a driveway, and he walks up
You
to
seen
them.
it?
Oh my god!
Just him standing behind them in broad daylight, existing. She turns around like, I
And
don't know why I cry.
both of them just scream.
He's like, and he's just like so used to it. He's like, sorry. He's just like, and he's just coming walking up to that. And that clip, I don't know why. It literally makes me like cry laughing. I have no idea why. Every time I watch it, I'm just like, what?
Oh my God.
But it's giving that. And someone, I saw the edit of the Ethan Slater of like him appearing. And it's like when Ariana sees him in Wicked or something. And it's just like, because there is I don't know if it must not have been in the trailer. Maybe it was. No, it must not have been. But there is a clip of him like following her like in the movie because he's like obsessed with her in the movie. Was that in the trailer?
Yeah.
Maybe it was. Okay.
Just, it was like that one tiny little.
Maybe that was it. And then someone put the two clips together and I was like, that is giving the same energy. And I love that clip, so I'm here for it. But man, I was happy with that. That was my favorite part of the Super Bowl was the Wicked teaser. I'm just so excited for it. Thanksgiving. I just can't wait. Oh God, that's gonna be everything. I'm so happy. That stuff like that musical makes me so excited. I don't know if you would like it though. I feel like if you don't like musicals, you're not gonna like it. It's so musical.
Know. Wonka was very musical-ish, and I loved Wonka. So
you did love it.
I loved Wonka.
It's on Vudu now. We were gonna watch it last night, but we watched the Flintstones instead. Have you seen those movies?
Kyle MacLachlan.
How did you know? Wait, how did you know? I didn't even post about it, did I? Wow. We didn't Moses didn't even know I knew. But Moses didn't even know. Wait, how did you know?
You told me.
Oh. I was like, wow, that's so impressive. We started it and right away Moses was like, oh, that guy. I was like, oh, I didn't know. I didn't know he was going to be in this movie. The first one's actually so good. We watched it because I wanted to rewatch it with him and gosh, he was so gorgeous. Aging, and look, he aged so fine. Like he's gorgeous. I can't wait for Moses to have gray hair. He's so gorgeous now. I want him on the podcast. Because he has a podcast with Podcast One. Shout out Podcast One. They fired me in 2019, which understandably I wasn't getting any views. And I told you, I respect Podcast One for firing me when I'm not making any money. Love that. Truly. But he has a podcast with Podcast One now, and Podcast One reached out to me for a different guest, a teen mom guest who I'd love. And I'm like, yes, make that happen. And then I wrote back because it was a Podcast One email. I'm like, hey, you guys have Kyle MacLachlan. Like, do you think he'd want to be a guest? And they're like, we'll reach out, but I haven't heard back. But we watched the Flintstones movie in preparation, hoping he's going to be on because, oh my God, dream guest ever. I honestly don't know if I could breathe. If I saw him, I'd be like very uncomfortable. But we watched the Flintstones. It came out in 94. Have you ever seen it? Or no?
When it was like on VHS. It's like the old one, right? With like yeah.
With who? Do you know anyone else in it? There's two. So I'm trying to figure out which one you saw. Because there's a sequel and there's an original. Yeah.
Oh, I have no idea.
You don't know anybody?
I barely remember. I just know they were walking around the little car with their feet.
Okay, that's in both. I can't really pinpoint it.
That's all I remember.
Really? Okay, so the first one's with John Goodman, Rosie O'Donnell, Rick Moranis.
Oh, I think that's the one I saw.
So good. That's the one with Kyle MacLachlan and Halle Berry.
He's in that one.
Yeah,
okay.
He's like the baddie, and then Halle Berry's like his like girlfriend that helps him out. She's like really young, and that one's great. And then we watched the Viva Rock Vegas one last night. That's the sequel with like Stephen Baldwin and God, there's Jane Krakowski or something like that's like all of them. Anyways, that was really good too. Anyways, there's so good movies. I don't know, like those movies might be my favorite movies I've seen in a long time. It's been a minute. How do we get on that? Flintstones, Kyle MacLachlan? I don't know. Oh, we were going to watch Wonka, and then we ended up. And then Mo was like, well, maybe we'll watch Wonka for Valentine's. I saw it in theaters, but I want him to watch it because I loved it so much. But I think we're going to do Love is Blind because that starts on Netflix Valentine's Day. Not sponsored, but all 3 episodes come out. I think we're going to just like make lasagna and watch Love is Blind.
I'm going to see Madam Web.
What is that?
This is Dakota Johnson's movie. It's like the Spider Women with Sydney Sweeney's also in that one.
Oh, wow.
And it looks absolutely terrible, but because it's...
Why are you going to go?
Women starring in like a Spider-Man movie, and it looks absolutely terrible, but I'm like, I need to become a critic so I can raise, because I know the score is going to be like in the red and not, it's going to be so rotten, in the green, I guess. It's going to be so rotten on Rotten Tomatoes, but I need to get that score up. Like, I'm going to like rig the votes. I need people to go see Madam Web just because... Dakota Johnson, Sydney Sweeney. What more can you ask for?
But why do you love them? Do you stand them now too? I feel like this is the first time I heard you stand them. I mean, they're fine, but why?
I just think it's so editor's note. Edit myself, but it's just so cunty. It's so cunty. They have these like Sydney Sweeney. It's like so early 2000s. Sydney Sweeney and like her like big chest and like tiny little skirts, tiny little tight little shirts, and she has her. They try to make her nerdy with little fake glasses, and she's like running around like, oh my god, it's like so. It's so.
Bleep, bleep, bleep 5,000 times. I didn't know. I haven't seen her in it. I've seen Dakota Johnson's like unhinged interviews everywhere.
Her press tour is wild.
Everyone's been like tagging me in it and stuff like that. And I was like, okay, she's wild for sure. I love Sydney Sweeney. I'm trying to find anything but you, but it's not streaming yet. I want to see it because I saw clips of it on TikTok. Them in the coffee shop when she wants to use the bathroom. Yeah. And then he's like, honey, oh, cute. You said you saw it and you loved it.
I I liked it a lot.
Oh, but people really hated on it because of them, right? They're like, oh, they're a couple.
I don't know. I especially because it's a rom-com, it kind of sold it even more. But
I love a rom-com, and I love her. I do love This is what I was talking about. I don't know if we're allowed to say it, but I like her big boobs. I just miss it, like the era of big boobs. It's like the era of like hot leading men. I told you this. Like Zac Efron is back. I miss big boobs. I mean, and look, like little boobs are good, and honestly, big boobs are a pain. Like, don't get implants; they're just annoying. You get sick and all stuff like that. But I just love them. I love the way they look, and I wish they'd bring them back. Like Ivanka, is that how you say her name? Ivanka?
Oh, Avantika. Yeah, from Mean Girls.
Polyester cover girl this month, by the way, and I was Polyester's cover girl last month, so that was very honored. She had just had really nice boobs, and I'm just like, as a girl, you know, I just was like that. I appreciate them so much, and Sydney Sweeney has really nice ones, and I feel hers are real. I love her, and I honestly kind of sold me on seeing that movie now. It's called Madam Web.
Madam Web, yeah. Not
sure, Moses wants to see it with those big boobies out. He heard boobs. He's like, okay, I'm in.
And she has a tight little like Spider Woman outfit. I was like,
what do you think about that?
There's only one pair of boobs I care about.
What did we see yesterday? Someone was setting someone up, remember? But the guy couldn't say if the girl was attractive. She goes, so you don't think that, you remember?
Yeah.
It was something, and it
but
was
also
like,
at the Flintstones, there was a moment.
it's like, oh, you're working with attractive girl. Was it Fred? And he's like, no,
Yeah.
what? What are you talking about? Because it's like, it's catch-22. It's like, what are you supposed to say? If you're like, oh, she's really attractive, then the guy's like, oh, I didn't even notice, but like, you didn't notice a pretty girl? Like, you didn't know, like, what? Like, that's very Moses. He'll be like, no, I don't. But you're good. You're good at it. You don't, like, ever, you really, truly never fumble or stumble over anything. Because like, she's so pretty or she has this. Everyone is just like, oh, that's not my type.
No,
I'm like,
because I really don't. I think our taste is so different. Like, she loves skinny girls. So she'll see a skinny girl and she'll be like, oh my God, she's so hot. I'm like, that's horrible.
oh
Like,
my God. He always
like-
says it. No, there was this TikTok
And
where
I-
the girls were gorgeous.
No,
They weren't
but-
even like tiny, like sickly skinny. They were just skinny with like just nice boobs, and they were just gorgeous. They were all in this like bathroom. I want to say it was like Abby Rowe and her friends. They were just gorgeous. I'm like, oh my God, I never looked like that even though I was that age. He's like, that's not attractive. I'm like, they are attractive. They're so like objectively beautiful. Like everyone would find them attractive. Appreciate you, obviously, and they were young, you know, so appreciate the non-creepiness, but. Sometimes I just was be like, yeah, you really never say anything. But even Kate Bush, you're like, oh, I don't think she's attractive. But that's your celebrity person that you love.
yeah, but growing up, I grew up listening to her. I didn't see her. You know what I mean?
You never saw what she looked like? You watched music videos. You said you loved Thriller.
Right, but when I first listened to Kate Bush, it was like records. Like weren't like MTV. There was not. She was never also on TV. So, we were like listening to the music at the time. So
He won't tell me anyone he finds attractive. Like I can't tell you one girl he finds attractive, and I wouldn't care. I like would not care. Obviously, now I wouldn't care.
because there's no one like you. So
Love that.
He's good, but I don't believe it at all. Does your boyfriend talk about celebrities being cute?
No, we never talk about that ever, actually. Which
Okay.
is good, yeah. And I feel like here, I only talk about straight guys because it's like girl time, you know?
Right.
It's like,
Yeah. You know, but you never would say a celebrity's cute in front of him.
No.
I feel like celebrities are just like, it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Like if you're like Pamela Anderson's hot, I was like, yeah, of course. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I just think that there's no
I guess so.
reality to it. I think it's like fun. I don't know. Like celebrities are like fun to talk about. So to me, it's like nothing. If I see a celebrity's hot, I'm like, oh my God, that guy's hot. But like, there's no reality. There's no situation. I don't know. It's just like weird.
Yeah, we just never talk about it. But like, obviously, when he's like with his girlfriends, he'll talk about whoever. And
Oh, you think he does?
Oh, yeah, for sure. But I wouldn't care if it's like talking to his
I
girlfriends
don't
and being
either.
like, yeah.
Especially like celebrities. I think maybe it was like a person you knew in real life
Oh,
or
for
something.
sure. Yeah,
But like
yeah.
if it's like a celebrity, it's where everyone thinks they're hot or
Yeah.
whatever. Anyways, 'cause I just always get those comments about people like, oh, Moses talked about like that with a celebrity. I was like, I truly wouldn't care, especially now. I'm like definitely just like not jealous of anything. Like just like wouldn't care. And same vice versa. I mean, I always think about that. I always think, oh my God, like, you know, if this person wanted to date me, I'm like, I wouldn't leave. Like Zac Efron wanted to date me, I'd be like, no, I have Moses. Like I like truly, and I really, really mean that. So to me, it's like not even a thing. Like it'd be cool to like have them on the podcast or like act with them or something, but
also, it's not my character. I'm not, obsessed with a
Celebrity.
character and then cosplay them and then make their music videos and then
wow, okay, personal.
no, I'm saying like it's not what I do. You know what I mean?
Right,
Like
right.
there's nothing about
You're not an
it.
obsessive person.
No, and I'm also like visual is not that attractive for me. Like if I see a person, like it's more personal. Like they have to be
Yeah, I
like
agree
their
with you.
character has to be a certain way to be attractive.
Usually visuals are not attractive. Actually, in general, visuals are not attractive. I really do like characters, I think. Like if they play a character in a movie or if they then I get like obsessed. Like Iron Claw was like one where I'm just like, oh my God, he's so hot. But yeah, I guess I'm the same way. I think if I just see someone out in public, it's like The Weeknd too. I feel like if I just saw him like out in public, like I wouldn't necessarily be like, oh my God, I love him. But because I love like the idol, like Tedros, I was like, oh, I love him. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I actually wanted to bring him up.
Oh, okay. Let's bring him up. The Weeknd segment.
Super Bowl halftime shows. So I found out they never pay the artist for the halftime shows.
Oh, gee,
Oh.
why?
Yeah, so they just pay for the production. So and the weekend, so they pay like it's like $10 million to produce the show for the halftime.
Oh, right.
And The Weeknd added 7 million out of his own
Oh my
pocket
God. Okay,
Whoa.
baller.
for the halftime show. So
His was pretty cool. His was pretty. I love that you know that fact. Where did you hear that? You're on like Able timeline.
I wanted to see the halftime show, so I watched the Usher halftime show, and then
When did you watch
they
it?
talked about it this morning when I was doing the set here. So they talked about the fact that they don't pay the artist at all. They just
Yeah, it's
pay
just
for the
like
production.
I don't think any of those artists need the money. I love that he put money in. That's how baller he is. We always talk about how much money he has. I mean, The Weeknd has like so much money. It's insane. He should just produce season 2 himself. It's actually crazy. I believe it. I know. I tweeted. I was like, oh, I wish The Weeknd had a halftime show. And everyone's like, oh my God, fake fan. I was like, you guys, come on. I know he had The Weeknd. Everyone's like, he did Trisha 2 years ago. I'm like, oh my God, okay. Everyone needs to calm down. I do love trolling that way. It's so funny how mad people get. Like, I knew it was a fake fan and this and that. I was like, oh my God. His Super Bowl show was the best. His halftime show was the best. Watching it back. Usher's, I don't know. It's not for me. I don't want to hate on it. What do you think? I don't know.
I thought it was good. I mean,
liked?
I just like when there's like male artists who like are giving it all. Like, you know, they're giving choreo, they're giving theatrics,
Yeah.
roller skates. Like he's singing. It was like pop star vibes. Like, you know what I mean?
Roller skates were giving me very AJ McLean from the Backstreet Boys. His new solo song is Everyone on Roller Skates. And I was like, I think you took that from AJ because
Oh,
was Usher ever on roller skates prior to this?
I don't know.
I don't think he's like known for being on roller skates. Maybe Jessica Simpson, Public Affair, AJ McLean from Backstreet Boys. His new album, his new song is all on roller skates. So it's like, this is odd.
I don't know if he was copying AJ McLean.
I think so.
I don't know what to say
I
to
see
that.
that. It's called Electric. I love it. I'm a big AJ fan right now. And I was like, it's giving me that vibe for sure. No Justin Bieber. Everyone is very upset about that.
I know. But I think that was probably more on Justin. I think Usher probably wanted him, but
You think?
Justin had to like cancel his tour because he was sick. So I think because everything he went through, like health-wise, probably like mental health-wise as well. I think performing on that scale when you haven't performed in a long time is probably like kind of scary, I would think.
People would have lived.
Everyone was so excited. Everyone
Yeah.
was like so positive it was gonna happen too. And then he showed up. But I knew the second they showed him like on the screen, like in this little suite with HAILEY, and he was just like sitting there. I'm like, oh, this boy is not coming down.
Really?
Like, yeah.
Why did you think that?
Because I think he would have to like be down like and be ready. You know what I mean? Like,
Right, he's just chilling.
Yeah. And up at his suite, like, okay, he's not coming down.
Okay, maybe this is me being a hater. You're on the girl side, so you can defend the girl on this one. Like, okay, when they showed them on the big screen and they were like waving or whatever, and then Justin Bieber like gives her like a kiss. Did you see this part? He gives her a kiss.
Oh, yeah.
And she's very like not only is she like not receptive kissing back, she's almost a little bit like, okay, stop, like embarrassed by it and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I was kind of like, girl, like, what? I mean, at that point, you're on the screen. He's obviously into like, just give it a kiss. Like, what? I don't know. Why?
know.
Am I just being weird about it?
I don't
I thought it
know.
was really weird. I was like, girl, you're being a lot.
And I read an article too. This was like In Touch, so I don't know how like obviously litigious it is, but it was like talking about how they're having like marital problems because like they're disagreeing about like kids and stuff. So, and then that also kind of made me think that too, because they're usually very like PDA-y, you know,
Yeah.
like very like hand in hand, very like arm in arm. They do a lot of stuff together, so it was kind of weird. And I'm not a Hailey Bieber hater either.
Yeah,
I
no,
used to be,
same.
but I'm like reformed Hailey Bieber hater.
Yeah.
So I did think that was like a little odd.
That's so weird. Like if I leaned in and gave Moses like a kiss on the cheek to be like, you think, okay, we're on the big screen, like give me a kiss.
That'd be the moment.
Don't
yeah.
leave me hanging. That's so weird. Especially her because she was the fan of Justin Bieber. She did get the thing. So it's like, get the kiss.
Yeah.
Or at least acknowledge, but she was more like kind of put off by it. I don't know. It was kind of
it
weird.
took her a minute to finally like, you know, it was
Kind of, but she didn't even do
like
anything.
fully commit. Yeah,
Yeah,
it
it
was like
was-
kind of like half-hearted. It was
Leonardo
kinda weird.
DiCaprio too, being the puffer fish that he is, just sitting there with his head down. I was like, you know, he's on screen. People are saying something to him around. I mean, even like Jeff Goldblum, you know, takes him in. Oh, okay, there I am. You know,
Yeah.
I don't know. Leo just gives me bad vibes all the time. I'm not a fan.
Nickelodeon was also showing the Super Bowl, and they had like characters comment, and even SpongeBob was like dissing Leonardo DiCaprio.
What did he
which is funny.
say?
They talking about 25, like I think it was like the 25 yard line or whatever. And he's like, you know, like how old people have to be to date Leonardo DiCaprio. SpongeBob,
Not
coming from
Nickelodeon?
me.
Okay. Oh my God. Nickelodeon being feisty. That's funny.
It was wild.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Leo drives me nuts. I don't like him. But back to the halftime show, they had Alicia Keys. Everyone thought Kanye had come out. I didn't see the show, but
Oh.
I guess it was like will.i.am, but he was wearing like the Balenciaga helmet.
Oh yeah, because he had his like his face covered at first too.
And so people thought it was Kanye or something.
But I automatically knew like, oh, will.i.am.
Oh, you knew?
Yeah.
What song did they do together?
I forget. I don't know. Once I heard it, I was like, oh, this song. That's how I was with all the Usher songs. I was like, oh, this song, you know.
Yeah. I just always think, you know what? And that's like the worst part about it. I just always think of all the lawsuits he got from all the girls suing him for giving him herpes.
I forgot about
That's
that.
all I think about when I think of him. And I think that's like sad. I don't know what happened. I don't know if he settled. I think he settled.
I forgot even Nicki Minaj talked about that in a song.
Did she?
Yeah.
How awful. I mean, look, it's awful on both ends. If it's true, I mean, it's awful. Just transmitting diseases are awful. You know what I mean? But you know what I will say, like the positive of that is I remember the girls that came forward, they were all, as a plus size girls myself, they were plus size. You know, they're just plus size girls. That's just like an adjective to describe them. And I thought, and relatively large plus size girls. And I thought, wow, Usher likes the thickums. And I thought, so that to me, I always like when I can see someone.
Silver lining.
Right. I was like, I like that, you know? As opposed to, I remember John Cena talking about hooking up with a big girl one time on Howard Stern and him saying it was like a bet from his friends and then him being like, but I actually liked it and I kept the lights on. And I was like, what do you mean you actually liked it? Like, I don't know. John Cena gives me the ick. He's been giving me the ick so much lately. I can't even. I saw a clip of him in the Bella. Did you ever see that one? Did you see the one where she's like cooking for him
in the kitchen? Yeah.
Yes. Did you see that on TikTok?
Why are you cooking? Yeah.
Yeah. He's like, that's my stone.
Yeah.
Did you get water on the floor? It's gonna warp it. I'm like, and then he's like, I thought we were going out. I said you could pick wherever if we went out to eat, and I was just like. He gives me the ick. He was on Impulsive and gave me the ick. And he has this new movie with Zac Efron. And I'm like, oh, God, I gotta watch it. It's only streaming, though. I thought it was gonna be in theaters, but it's only streaming. I was like, I guess I'll watch it. But John Cena gives me the ick for sure. I don't know. And just just being an overall ass. I don't know. And he's just not, I don't know. Like, you know, if you're an asshole, like you said, you kind of said with the guy, the football player, homophobic one.
Yeah.
It's like, you gotta be really, really hot if you're gonna be like an asshole, you know what I mean? And I just think he's just not at that level yet, you know?
Yeah.
Or ever, because now he's getting older, so he's definitely not. But I'm not here for the John Cena right now. Who were we talking right before that, though? Oh, Usher. So Usher, it's like, you know, I don't know. Also, when you're just with so many people, I don't know. Be protected. Wear protection. I don't know. It is so scary. That's one thing I'm so glad I'm not doing anymore is like the risk of it all, you know? It's so scary.
I think he's settled down now because there's like rumors he's going to propose to his girlfriend. They've been together for a while.
Who is it?
Her name is Jennifer, but I don't know if she's like a celebrity. Yeah.
They're really pushing Usher. I think on the Kardashians last season, they mentioned him like 3 times. You remember? They were pushing him so much.
His Vegas show is like very, very, very popular. All the celebrities go to the Vegas show and like live for
sexual,
it. Sexual,
right? It's very strippers and...
I think that's just like the vibe of his music. It's very like, you know, like gyrations and stuff like, you know, like Keke Palmer. And then he kind of did that with Alicia Keys too, but like Alicia Keys' husband didn't care. And like Keke Palmer's ex who was like all upset about it, you know.
Wait, so Alicia, I saw something about like Alicia Keys' husband being like filming, being like I don't know if it was a meme or was he actually doing that? I didn't see it. Did they show him?
I don't think so.
I think it was a meme.
Yeah.
Oh, you saw it?
I mean, I saw a lot of memes about that.
What happened? I didn't even see. I just saw her at the piano. What did they do?
No, he came from behind and kind of
I was like
held her really close. And people were like, he's been waiting 20 years for this moment.
Oh, was it ick or was it cute?
I thought that's kind of just Usher's shtick. Like that's just how he performs. So I thought it was cute.
What did he do to Keke?
Remember, that was the other thing. He brought her on stage and he was like singing with her and he was just doing that same thing. He did it with like Doja Cat. Like he kind of does it with everyone.
Does he ever do it with a guy on stage?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Offstage.
Babe,
Allegedly.
no. Yeah, what? You don't know any of that. You just said it. You don't know. But I think they should bring him on. He should do it equal. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if it's not a sexual thing, they should do it to guys, too. Or you think the girls want to be into it?
I think the girls live for it, yeah. I mean, it's kind of like if you go...
Or you think it'd be like, if a straight guy, they wouldn't be... I guess you have to know. But they pre-pick people before they go on stage. Like, I remember Britney was always pre-picking before...
But I don't think he does it with, like, strangers. I think he does it with, like, you know, when he has the celebrity guests.
Like, the girls
stuff.
Is not strangers. They're not just girls out of the crowd.
I don't think so. I've only seen him do it with, like, celebrities.
I'd go on stage. What would you feel about it? That's a good question. That's a good question, actually. I have no idea. That's so interesting. I guess it's 2 different scenarios. Alicia Keys is performing with him, so they're performers. Keke's there just for like a good time in Vegas. Thoughts?
If you can grind with another guy on stage or what?
Well, I don't know. I don't know what it looks like. So are they just standing there and he's just like, what is the grind? Is it like, because you know Justin Bieber would sing One Less Lonely Girl to a girl on the stool. He's like, one less lonely girl, you know? Like... I don't know.
It was very intimate, you know. He was holding her very close,
honest.
and his face was like right against her face. I just don't think. Yeah, I mean, it's an intimate moment that
you're not into it.
So no, I mean, it's not.
I respect it
because this was kind of improv, you know. Like it wasn't like, let's say if you have your music videos and you have choreography, and there's a guy and you're dancing with a guy, that's different. You know what I mean? That's part of the choreography. It's part of the.
What was the improv
But here, both of them are the singers. This is not like a dancer. That was the purpose. And
Super Bowl or Kiki?
the Super Bowl. No,
You think it was improvised? You don't think it was choreographed?
definitely not. I don't even know if
Really?
she was very comfortable with it.
Really interesting. I had to watch that. I guess I didn't see the clip.
Yeah, because I mean, think if a guy comes behind you and grabs you very close and
I guess if it's like, but if it's a choreography, I don't know. Interesting. Or like if you go on Usher's stage, maybe you don't know the extent of it. You know what I mean? Like Britney used to bring a guy up on stage and she'd put him on like a leash during her freak song. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
It was everything. I think Tyler Oakley did it. I think Dolph Ziggler, all these people did it. And I would be here for it, but I know what you mean.
I would be like, "Hey, take your hands off her."
Really?
It's my wife.
Wait, if I went on a stage, I'm not opposed to it. So what about me going on stage with like Donny Osmond or something to sing?
You guys would probably be like,
Okay, so
hand
arms
over
okay.
the shoulder. You know what I mean?
But is
Like, he
that
wouldn't
okay or no?
He wouldn't be like holding you from the back.
Right. Interesting. I don't know. What do you think? Would you let your your partner be grinded on by Usher?
Yeah.
Wow.
By Usher, yeah.
Okay, interesting.
think it's silly.
Two different perspectives.
But it's also like she's a straight man with like a little gay boy. I feel like that would be very dark.
what if it was like, who's like a gay guy that you'd be like
Troye
threatened by?
Sivan? I wouldn't want Troye Sivan.
No?
No, I'd fight Troy. Yeah, for
Really?
sure. Yeah.
Wow, really? Oh, that's so interesting. I'm kind of
Because
torn
there's
on
a
it.
world where like Troy would be into it. Same with Usher. Like I feel like Usher could be into you, so I get why Moses would be like, no.
Any celebrity into me, I'm like, oh my God, that's like so crazy. Thank you. So it's like when people call me Beyonce, I was like, oh my God, thank you. Maybe actually, because he does we know he likes the bigger girls. So maybe. I was like, wow, okay, that's amazing. Interesting. It was an instance, I was going to say, nobody ever hits on me. No one ever, literally, I never get like attention. But I was getting my lotto tickets at the tobacco store and Moses dropped me off in front. And then I just like got out to get my tobacco. And he said there was a guy that was checking me out. He's like, this guy was like when I left, he held the door open for me. And then he kind of stood there. He looked back and kind of stood there like waiting for me to come out. And I was like, that never happens to me. And I looked horrible that day.
Because he opened the door for her to go in, and he just stood there holding the door and was just looking at her
Wow.
Yeah.
butt, like staring at
Did it
her
make you
butt,
jealous?
You know?
How'd you feel about it?
Well, if Malibu wasn't in a car, I would be. No, I'm joking. It's
Swinging.
funny. I mean, he was just looking, but
You didn't feel anything? You're just like, okay.
I'm sure guys look at your butt all the time.
I have a really big butt right now. I was jiggling it in the mirror the other day. I was like, oh my God, my butt is huge. Not in a good way, too. It is just a big old booty. I should be in like a hip hop video or something. My butt is so
perfect.
jiggly. Crazy. I was so happy though that you saw it. Because okay, here's the thing. When I say like nobody's hitting on me, I mean I'm talking about people like The Weeknd and Zac Efron. I mean people obviously at Ralph's all the time are like paying for my groceries, whatever. Which is crazy to me. Like it's so crazy because I go out looking literally so horrible. Like my hair just pulled back, like just as never washing my face. Like I look disgusting when I go out. But it's like the amount of guys that like still like look at you, check you out, ask for your phone number, all stuff like that is actually so insane to me. It's crazy. So I was happy because I always feel like I tell Moses. One time a guy paid for my groceries or whatever. I'm like, he probably thinks I'm just like lying because like when he's with me, no one comes up to me clearly because we're together. But I was happy because I was in by myself and he said that guy was checking you out. I didn't really know. The guy did say when I left, he's like, oh, let me see a smile or something, one of those bullshit things. But I was like, I love that you saw someone checking me out because I was like, then it made me feel a little more desirable. You know what I mean? I'm like, I still got it a little bit.
I think guys always check you out, and it's like you have higher standards because when you're always glam, so you think that's what people. But most people out in the world look normal.
But when
You look normal. You don't. You don't look. You look just normal. You know what I mean? When you're not in glam.
no,
like
I definitely
every day-
look bad.
No,
I look
you don't
objectively
look
bad.
You just look normal.
When I
It's
go
not
out
like
glam-
hyper glam. You know,
When I go
it's like-
hyper glam, it's like over. It's like I don't even like so much attention. Like it's actually crazy. I know it sounds crazy, but for all my big girls out there who feel insecure, first of all, I've gone out looking disgusting and people hit on me. But also when I go out glam, oh my God, you might as well think I'm Pamela Anderson. People just stop and be like, "Wow, you're so beautiful."
But
and I don't think I am.
She's not. Every time a fan comes up, and she's not in glam. We just went out of bed, same clothes, going to eat something. They always say, "You're so beautiful. You're so pretty." Every time.
Well, they're like
every
girls
time.
mostly. They're nice though.
But right, I mean, they're more critical.
I
but
roll out
they
of bed.
actually look at your face. Not the guys. They just check out, the boobs and the butt. But
The booty is popping these days.
yeah,
I love.
I
have a
when
big
you
butt.
were like 9 months, not
yeah.
even one guy would not like everywhere we went. Every guy they couldn't control themselves. They just have to talk. It
With
was
Moses
crazy.
too. They
It
would
was
be just
crazy.
like, wow. Like something about a big old pregnant belly, guys, is really like, I don't know what it is. It was wild. That was weird. That was a good time though. That month before you pop, everyone's just like enamored with you. Oh, and they're like, oh, I felt compelled. Like God told me this and this. Like they're very just those people. I don't know. It's very Very spiritual.
So-
Do you ever roll out of bed? Do you just go out of bed? Like, would you go to breakfast just rolling out of bed in what you woke up in?
Yeah.
Like
all the
pajamas?
time. Yeah, like I'll put
Me
on
too.
like, especially I go to bed with like a big sweatshirt. I just like, I put on like shorts and then I go.
Just as is. I do the same thing. I can go and like literally I'll sleep in like sweatpants and a t-shirt and I'm like, I'm ready. Like I put on a hoodie and I'm go. But he has to like change. He will not go out in shorts or sweatpants.
Is the exact
That is so
same.
weird. He has to put jeans on. I'm
Yes.
like, why?
My boyfriend won't even like if we order Postmates and he's in his pajamas, he
Yes.
won't even go
Yeah.
downstairs to pick it up. Like
Same.
he has to change.
He's the same way. He puts pants on. I'm just like,
How
you don't need
weird.
to. Why is that?
I have no
Why are there two types of
idea.
people like that? It's the most bizarre
Like
thing.
my boyfriend will do his hair before he goes to the gym, and then he comes back, and then he'll
It's like
shower,
messed up.
and then do his hair again.
Same.
I'm like, what?
Yeah, he does his hair. He has to brush it. He has to do everything. I'm just like, let's just go.
God.
Because he'll be like, get ready. I'm like, I'm ready. Like, right
Yeah,
now. Like, it
let's
takes
do-
him like 20 minutes to get ready. Actually, too. You got to do the whole thing. I'm just like, why does it take so long? It's so bizarre to me.
so crazy.
I love going out in like pajamas and
Yeah.
sweatpants and sweatpants look good. He has this really good pair of sweatpants that look so good on him. I'm like, go out in that. He's like, I can't. You said there was
I
a
need to
reason.
represent you, you know.
Okay, I'm wearing pajamas. But you said there was a reason, no?
Well, I mean, I definitely don't like sweatpants. Like, to me, that's not something to wear in public.
That's so weird. Shorts, he doesn't wear like basketball shorts. He won't wear in public, especially in the summer. I'm like, that's the most bizarre thing. But anyways, Usher, yes, love it. You know, I don't know. Super Bowl halftime shows just don't. They're kind of boring to me in general. Just
Until your halftime show, 2025.
I'm
I'm
ready.
manifesting.
2025. Oh my gosh, next year.
Yeah.
Just my own, or I'm gonna go with somebody.
No, I think you're the main, and then you can have special guests, I guess. Like, you could have the weekend out for your collaboration.
I think I need to collaborate with someone and be brought out.
No, I think it could be yours.
You think?
Yeah.
I only have a few songs that people know.
Or maybe it's like, J-Lo, Shakira. Like, it's Trisha and who
Ooh,
else?
Trisha
Like,
and who?
You can have the weekend out for one. Demi Lovato. I feel like you and
Demi
Demi would have a good
Lovato?
collab. Yeah.
Me and Heidi Montag are talking about doing
Yeah,
this song. Me and
there we
Heidi.
go.
Super Bowl
That
collab
would be
2025. I support a lot of delusions. This one I don't support. I don't see it. I don't visualize it. I don't know how it's going to happen, but we'll maybe just stick with like the traders or something. I think that's more my speed. Because I see people be like Super Bowl this. I think Countess Luann tweeted like, oh, I'm coming out or something like that. I was like, girl, I don't know. I think you have to be a pretty big
Maybe
superstar.
there'll be a RuPaul halftime show one day.
Why don't think I'd be a
And
part of
they'll-
that?
Because
Why?
you're their queen. They'll have
Babe,
you.
I've never been on RuPaul ever, not even as a judge. How would I be on there?
Because I can see it. I can just
Okay.
see it.
all
The
thanks.
biggest drag queens, and then they bring you up, and
I'll take it.
How would you feel
Yes. Oh no.
if someone that worked with Moses wrote like a beautiful poem about him? Like, would you feel some type of way?
Did someone do this on Reddit?
Well, what would your reaction be?
If someone wrote a beautiful poem about Moses that
Yeah.
worked with him?
Yeah.
Like on the day-to-day or like one time?
Like on a project.
A long time ago. Oh my God, do you know about this? Is something happening? Oh my gosh. Did someone write a poem
I
about
have
you?
no idea. I mean, I don't work with anyone.
Interesting. Ooh, it's
You want
I
me-
need more details.
I'll read the poem and then tell me how
Is
you
it
would
someone that
feel.
knows him now?
I'm just gonna read the poem, then you react, and then I'll
Okay.
reveal.
Oh my God. Do you know about this?
I have no idea.
You don't
what's
know?
happening.
Okay.
Your face is etched by adolescence. Your cheekbones jump toward what are your youth-laden eyes that slide down a prominent nose and onto lips of a certain poetry. And the way you hold my gaze makes me fear my own age, because something in me tells me you are going to offer me something, and for now, I'm not sure it's going to be something I want anymore.
Is this a real poem someone wrote about him?
How do you feel about the poem?
Is that even
I
positive or?
I don't know. I'm kind of scared. I'm kind of like, sounds a little like, does he know about this? You know what I mean? Like, it's just like, you caught me in a gaze. I don't know if I want it. Like, is he like talking to this person? Is he acknowledging them? Or are they just like looking from afar?
So that's a poem that Josh Brolin wrote about Timothée Chalamet.
Oh my God. Okay. Jesus.
everyone-
I'm trying to think of all the people. I'm like, that,
Don't
okay.
scare her like that.
Yeah. I was like, oh my God.
But
Okay.
a lot of people are like, Kylie, watch out, because they're...
Josh Brolin wrote about it, Timothée Chalamet.
Yes. because
Real? Was it real?
It's real. They worked on Dune together, and there's a book coming out that the cinematographer is putting out about Dune, and Josh Brolin put this poem about Timothée Chalamet in the book, and it's gone viral because it's so gay.
Is Josh Brolin gay?
No.
Okay. I would have an issue then. I'd be like, I don't know, like...
I don't know. I don't know if Kylie's ever said something that poetic about her man before.
I wouldn't be threatened. Like, if Brett Link wrote it about Moses, I'd be like, okay. Like, you know what I mean? Like, Cute, I guess. To me, it sounds silly. Like, it sounds unserious. Like, he's just being cute and, like, funny. It doesn't sound like a serious thing. Are people mad about this? Where is this from?
People aren't mad. People are just having, like, very mixed reactions. Like, this sounds like he has some kind of weird, like, crush on Timmy. And it's like...
everyone kind of does, don't they? I mean, everyone has a Timmy crush.
But imagine your co-star, like, twice your age. Like, you... all of a sudden see that he wrote
what's
this,
the age
like,
difference?
I think he's literally like what, like middle age, right?
Josh Brolin. Do I know him? Why do I? That sounds familiar, but
he's 56.
I feel like I know him. Is his dad
He's
married to
been-
Barbara Streisand?
I have no idea. I know that he was Thanos in the Avengers. Let me look at an old movie and see what you would know him from.
It sounds so familiar.
He was in Men in Black,
Nope.
American Gangster,
No.
Planet Terror, No Country for
Oh,
Old
Planet
Men.
Terror. That's Quentin Tarantino. What was he? That was a movie I think I saw.
He was Dr. William Block. Oh, he was in Grindhouse.
Yeah, that's the same.
Yes.
Double
okay.
feature. Oh my gosh, yes, I know. Yeah, he was old back then. He's hot. Yeah, his dad is married to Barbara Streisand. He was a famous actor.
Oh.
Okay, yeah, he's old. Yeah, he is older.
Yeah.
Okay, I think it's probably like cheeky. It's like it's cute. You remember when Jim Carrey did something weird about? He was like obsessed with Emma Stone for a minute, and that was like kind of creepy.
Oh, yeah.
Like I think if they were like maybe it was like they were gay and this is like a young gay that he's like kind of weird. But if they're two straight guys, look either way, I think it's kind of weird when like older people kind of like crush on like too much younger. You know what I mean? I mean, once I'm like 40, I'm not gonna be commenting on like young boys anymore and being like even now, even talking about like Ethan Slater, I'm like I don't know, it's like a little young. You know?
Is Ethan Slater young?
I don't know.
He's giving like 40.
No, he's not. Who's a young boy? Trey Sivan or something like
Oh, he's 31. Oh, he's 31.
Oh, wait, who's that young boy? I can't even think. Like, if I talked about Bryce Hall, I don't know. That's the first young boy. Is he young? I don't know. I have no idea. But, I wouldn't be talking about young boys that way. Or young girls, even. I think, so to compare, if I'm the Josh Brolin, the old one, I wouldn't be writing like poems about like, Charlie D'Amelio and be like, your beauty is amazing. I wish I could have it, but I can't. Like it's kind of weird. But if it's unserious and whatever, I guess. But he is 56. It's like, okay, that's just too old. 56, not to be ageist, but 56 is too old to be like commenting on people's looks and being cute. Unless you're Rosie O'Donnell. Remember she called everyone cutie patootie? Like maybe that, but not in this sense. Where was it? Where did he publish it? Oh, the June.
It's in the book, yeah.
Is that his thing? He writes poems about everyone or something?
It's the
Maybe
first
his
poem
thing.
I've seen from him, but maybe he'll have one about Oh, Lord, I actually hope not.
No,
Wait.
that's what I'm saying. If you wrote about Zendaya, like it's kind of no, it's not it. I don't think.
Yeah.
Such a random topic. Where did you get that from? Dexterio?
No.
Where did you get it
It
from?
was trending. It was all over Twitter because everyone
Really?
didn't know. Yeah, everyone was like, this is kind of odd.
I missed a whole week last week. Like we had back-to-back guests,
Yeah,
and then
you were so busy.
I wasn't on social media at all until like literally Saturday. I was like, I gotta catch up. That's why I had like literally no hot topics. I was like, what happened this week?
Well, did you also see, we talked a little bit last week about the Sydney Sweeney like Universal tour guide lie.
Oh.
The story has been investigated. Turns out she was honest.
What?
Yes. So Sydney Sweeney, we thought she was lying about working at Universal.
Oh.
And I investigated. Just Trish investigates. Sydney Sweeney
You
is
investigated
Universal
it?
tour guide. Well, I read a couple articles. Every time I read an
thought
article.
you went to like Universal because you worked there, and you're like, can I see some paperwork? Okay, you read articles, and what did they say?
So it all started with like women's health. She talked about how she had to work a lot of odd jobs growing up because her family like lost their lake house, so they were struggling financially.
Relatable. My lake house is gone. I was trying to get a lake house now. I'm like, God, we really need money for a lake house.
So she was saying she worked a lot of odd jobs, and she mentioned in this like women's health magazine that she worked at Universal as a tour guide. And then on Hot Ones, it got brought up again, and he was like really pushing for like specifics, but she just like spoke about everything very like broad and like generalizations. Like she talked about just every time she's asked about it, she just goes back, yeah, I had to work a lot growing up. Like she never actually talked about her experience.
Oh, I see. So it made it seem not real.
And all the tour guys, this is what we thought it was like, because all the TikTok tour guys are like, no, I worked at Universal. I've never seen her on a tour guide. I've never seen her on a tour.
Okay.
Never seen a photo of her. And then a lot of people believed it. But it turns out she did work at Universal, but it was for 1 month. And
that's something?
It counts.
Yeah.
And she never actually went on a tour.
What?
She was training to take the tour. She never actually like went out.
Oh.
Yeah.
Who confirmed this?
THR went to Universal to find out.
And so they went there like, yeah, she actually was hired for a month.
She was hired for a month, yeah.
What did she do for a month if she wasn't giving tours?
She was just in the training to like be a tour guide, but then she booked an acting job before she
got
actually...
She's like, bye. Oh my God, that's wild. Oh my God.
So it does... She wasn't lying. I mean... I think she should have actually lied though when she was asked about it. She should have been like, "Yeah, I love telling those little jokes. Like, I love there's
For
Jaws."
sure.
If that was me,
There's Jaws.
I would have taken it because then it's true. She actually had the job. I would have taken it and ran with it.
Yeah, of course.
Colored all like in the pages. Like,
oh yeah, I think that would have been so going for it. Oh man, kind of makes me sad because I really love the fact that she just like told lies. I was like, I love that. Like just lie for no reason.
But
Dang.
I love that she claimed it though, as if like she was really working the job. She was like, "Oh, I
Right.
memorized all the scripts or whatever."
Well, I guess that was her training. She was memorizing the
Yeah.
script, so I guess she was being honest.
Yeah, you're right. I did like her more when I thought she was lying about it. I thought that was more fun.
I think so too. It just gives
Right?
her like, cause she's like, well, again, a pretty girl. You're like, oh, pretty girl who lies. We love that. I can't believe Hot Ones is still around. That's been around for so long.
I know.
Is it? I never watched it. Like, what is it? Like, I know you're eating wings, but what is it? He's just asking kooky questions.
He's asking, it's a mix of like kooky and like about their careers as they're eating wings, and they go up in scale from like not hot to like extra hot.
Does anyone get sick? I think I'd get sick.
I've only seen a few of them. I know that like, I remember infamously Lord, Lord.
Yeah,
the singer.
Kyle MacLachlan recreated her photos.
Oh, yes, of course.
Of course I know.
Well, she was eating like the hottest ones, and she loved it. She like did not even blink or cry. But Jennifer Lawrence is the one, like her makeup was like running down her face.
Ooh, that would be me for sure. I don't think I could do it. I think that'd be so hard. Oh my gosh. I saw Barry Keoghan. Is that how you say his name?
he
I
was
saw
just
him
on
on it.
it.
Yeah, he's a cutie. How old is he? Can I talk about him? I don't know.
I think he's 30s, right?
Okay. He had a cute little, did you see all the thirst clips of him, the thirst traps of him on TikTok from
Yeah.
it? Where he like looked at the camera and he's like,
He knows that he's hot now, though. It's just like, wild.
what does that turn you off now? You're just like, oh.
Yeah.
I kind of like the confidence because he asked if like his scenes have been cut. He's like, can't be honest. They always want to leave him in, never want to take it out. Look at the camera. I was like, oh my God, there was something crazy. Someone said, do you know Clyde, the guy from 13 Reasons Why?
Dylan Minnette?
Maybe. Is he the main one?
Yeah.
He played Clay?
Yes.
There was a picture of him, and someone's like, he looks like what Barry Keoghan would look like if Barry Keoghan looked normal. Because there was like a new picture of him, and his eyes were like a little more open, and I was like, oh yeah, I could see that. Barry Keoghan is very cute. I knew he'd be the breakout star of that movie. I was just like, ooh, I kind of just knew. Like, I was like, people are gonna like him more than Jake, because Jake Lordy is just the one everyone goes for. So it's like the boy band thing. You're like, I'm gonna go for the one that not everyone goes, but not everyone loves him.
That.
You know.
Yeah.
He's good on Hot Ones. I like him. Maybe we get him on. Oh, he's elusive. You said, right?
Yeah, he's very elusive, especially now post Saltburn. I feel like he's even harder yet.
If I went on the Traders, it'd be like Saltburn. It'd be like, the castle and everything like that. I want to go on that show so bad. Oh my God.
We're working towards it.
Are we? What are you doing?
We've DM'd
I think
just
the
about
casting
anyone.
people. Did we talk about this? Oscar gave me the wrong casting person. I'm DMing just a random lady that interviews people from there. I'm fine. I kept following her. I was like, okay. But I thought it was a thing. And then he gave me someone else. I'm like, I don't think that person is actually the casting person.
I swear she is.
That's like no followers. I was like, and the picture's like all grainy. I was like, I feel like if it was a casting person, they'd have whatever. Anyways, we tried. Did you see Alan Cummings on Jimmy Fallon?
Yeah, he's been making the rounds.
He's been making the rounds. Did you see Jimmy Fallon? Like, obviously never saw the show.
Yeah.
He's like, Johnny Bananas, God, he's such a great player. And I was like, not on this show.
Literally was on the show for like 2 minutes.
Yeah, I was like, oh my God, Jimmy Fallon not. Jimmy Fallon is like literally arguably like the worst host ever, right? Like, he's just not good. He's so disingenuine. Like, right? There's nothing good about him. Or am I just off?
I don't know. I don't really vibe with him that much. I don't really watch the program like that. But he does give kind of like David Dobrik vibes. Like, wasn't David on the Tonight Show?
I don't think so.
I'm pretty sure he was. It's very that.
Really?
I'm like,
I feel like I know every YouTuber that's been on there. I mean, Colleen was
yes,
on there.
he was.
For what? What was he promoting?
This was 4
Wow.
years ago, I guess, back
What
in the
year?
heyday, January 2020. And then he
Okay.
was back later in the year because then he did like in the
Like a Zoom. What month was that?
Let me see.
It's very telling because the excavator accident happened like June.
June.
Okay, it wasn't
June
out yet.
11th.
I don't think the excavator thing happened June 2020, but I don't think it was out until like February of
Oh my God.
2021.
And he was there in October.
Ooh, Jimmy Fallon was on the wrong side of that one. That's so random. Well, I guess that was before all his stuff came out, his shenanigans came out. Because I think in 2021 was like the down where things started getting exposed of him.
But they seem like I feel like
Same
it's
vibes.
Same vibes. I was in an elevator with Jimmy once when I was working at NBC.
At
And he
Rockefeller?
was kind of nice, yeah.
How
He
was it?
making small talk in the elevator.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you guys?
And his security people or whoever was
That's really
with him.
nice. I never make small talk with anybody,
I know.
especially in an elevator.
I was just like,
I would go on it, but I just think he's a horrible host.
okay, well, I don't know if now you can get on it.
I don't think I'll go on any talk show because I think everyone's just bad at hosting now. I don't know what it is. I just Kelly Clark. Like, I don't know. I wouldn't want to go on anybody's show. I don't know. Who's a good host right now? Who's someone to go on?
Just Trish.
Just Trish. That's it. Just me. I used to love talk shows too. It makes me kind of miss James Corden. I'm like, I kind of miss the silliness of his show, like the musical.
That's true. He always had like an antic going on.
Yeah, I kind of miss that and his little chubbiness.
Now I feel like it's all like podcasts now. Podcasts are where like the good interviews are happening, I guess.
That is true. Who's your favorite podcast besides Just Trish?
I don't like watch or listen to a lot of podcasts, but I did see because when Tina Fey was on Last Culturistas with like
I don't know what that is. What is that?
With like Bowen Yang and Matt Rogers.
Oh, they have their own podcast?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's pretty big. You haven't seen these clips where...
No.
Oh my God. You really were out of pocket last
Was it this week? Yeah. No, I
Yes.
saw nothing. I was on TikTok for like 5 days.
It was like this viral clip. So Tina Fey was on their podcast and she was like, oh honey, Bowen Yang, you're too famous now, because he was talking about how he didn't like Saltburn. She's like, no, honey, you can't talk about how you don't like Saltburn, because guess what? What if Emerald Fennell calls you up and it's like, I want you to be in this movie, but then she sees that you're talking about how you don't like her films, and then you're not in the movie. She's like, learn from Io. Don't talk about how you don't like anyone in podcasts.
But she still got to host SNL with J-Lo, so it was fine.
And then she had to like issue an apology and all that.
Oh.
So
What did he say?
He was just laughing. He was like, you're so right. And then she goes, Matt Rogers, you're 1 year away from being too famous to talk
Who's
about
Matt Rogers?
He is Bowen's co-host, and he's like a comedian, another like gay comedian. She's like, you're a year away from being too famous to talk negatively.
What does he do that makes him famous now? I don't know. I'm not trying to be a hater. I just don't know.
I think the podcast, and then he also is doing like some TV stuff. He's doing more and more hosting stuff. Like they judged Drag Race together.
When?
I think last season, Sugar and Spice's season, I think.
What?
Yeah, you don't remember?
No. What do they judge?
They were guest judges for an
Bowen
episode.
Yang? I don't remember.
And Matt Rogers together.
I must have missed that one. And I watched every episode. That
Or
was
maybe
so
it was
weird.
All Stars. It was definitely last year.
Because I feel like I'd remember.
Yeah.
I like Bowen Yang, but yeah, I feel like he's going to get too famous and get a little...
And then she's also like,
Yeah.
you're with Ariana and SpongeBob, so you can be careful what you say.
Oh, right. And it's a big movie. Don't mess it up. I wish I could have been in that movie. He's a little... How old is he? Seems like a little old to be a student at Oz Academy.
I don't think... He's probably like 30, I would think.
Because they're all like students at Oz.
I guess they're all like similar in age, I guess. Yeah.
I mean, it's literally like Greece where there's like 30-year-olds.
Or I guess Glee, they were like older.
Well, yeah, that was ridiculous. That was crazy. Glee was just such a mess. How that ever got on TV. That was, jump scare on Glee.
Now this is kind of fun because you really are so out of the loop. I love it.
missed everything. I really did. Tell me another one.
Well, did you see the TikTok of this girl exposed that she had like this F-buddy situation with Zayn Malik from One Direction? Did you see that? You didn't see that either? Oh, I thought maybe because it's like the TikTok news of it all.
No, I want to know. Who was it? Was it Bobby Althoff?
Her name is Sam Fisher. Bobby Althoff.
She ate a divorce because of Zayn Malik. What's her name? Jenna Fisher?
Sam Fisher.
Sam Fisher.
Yes, they met on like a dating app. And she had like all these receipts, like she had like screenshots of like text and like also like photos, like selfies from Zayn.
Oh.
And she said that he found out that she was in a relationship with a girl before like talking to Zayn, and all of a sudden he started like fetishizing like her like queer relationship, like, and he was really pressuring to have
Very
like,
straight guy.
right?
First of all, every straight guy wants that.
And then he was really pressuring her to have like a threesome, like he wanted a threesome with her and another girl.
I hate, ick. First, biggest ick right there. Anybody pressuring a threesome, like people always did that to me right away. I'm just like, you're so gross. We started dating a week ago. Like, chill. Like, what? Like, oh, I hated it. I was so triggered. I thought everybody needed to have threesomes in this life. I was just like, oh my God, I'll never find a boyfriend. Like, ick, right away, cancel.
And this is also kind of recent. April of 2023, she claims that they started having a fling. And she admits that it went far longer than it should have been. Once they had the threesome, he ended things with her because he said that, allegedly, he said that she was too into like the other girl and not into him. So he felt like left out of the threesome, allegedly.
Oh my God. That's SDE. Do you know what that is?
No.
Small.
Oh.
Energy. Maybe I just made that up. I don't know. But all of that gives me ick so much. Well, she probably was more into it, more into the girl than him. I mean, he sounds like he has just a bad energy, and he probably has like a weird situation happening down there. If he's like pressuring, if he's like, first of all, if he's like pressuring someone, period, then he's like, oh, you're more to him. That's insecurity right there. It's like, also, if you're within a threesome, don't you want the girls to be into each other? Isn't that the part of the fetishizing, the thing that turns you on? Like, he's just so weird. Like, what do you, like, they have to be into each other because everyone wants the guy, but it's like, you have to be, like, guys are just so annoying. They pressure you to do something, and then you do it. It's like, oh, you're too into it. It's like, well, Jesus, like, make up your mind. Like, I hate guys like that. That's happened to me so many times. And I'm just like, literally so many times. When I tell you, like, I'm not exaggerating, like, probably 5 times. Like, it's actually insane. I'm like, you guys are so insane. especially him, like that just gives me the ick in so many levels. I don't know. So what did she say? What was her exposed? Just this? I mean, I get it. Expose him. And is her face shown? Has she shown her face?
Yeah,
and
she's like on camera.
What does she look like? Cute?
Yeah, cute girl. But
Tattoos?
it reminds me, I don't think so. Okay. She's like wearing a like long sleeve.
Maybe I didn't see it. I thought maybe I saw something, but maybe.
I mean, if you're a directioner, like because I was a directioner, like
What's
back in the day, One Direction stan.
A directioner. I thought you said an erectioner. I was like, oh my God.
That's another story.
Wow.
That's another hot topic, actually.
Really?
Yeah, we'll get there.
Okay.
But
maybe we say that for the Patreon. I don't know. We might get flagged if it's about anything.
But back in the day, like when it was like One Direction, they were so big. This stuff would come out all the time about Zayn and Harry. Like they were always like hooking up with fans, allegedly. And I remember like specifically, this girl like was recording her like phone call, which I guess kind of legal. But anyway.
I guess it depends what state you're in, right?
I guess. Yeah. Oh, yeah,
I think
true.
some states you can record.
And I don't know what state they were in, but
okay.
Harry and Zayn were like on the phone with these two girls and like we're giving them directions, like how to, no pun intended, to get to their hotel so they could hook up with them.
What year is this? Why don't they just have like maps? They're like, make a left here. Like,
and they were like trying to like almost like pressuring them a little bit. Like, no, don't worry. Like, Harry, we're gonna hook up with you. Blah blah blah. Like he was like pressuring them to come to the hotel and hook up. And then the girls were like kind of hesitant, like, oh, like I don't know. And he was like kind of like yelling at them a little bit.
Which one?
Zayn was kind of yelling at them.
I do not like Zayn. I don't know which one he is, but I do not like him.
He was getting frustrated because he just wanted them to get there already. And
I
they
hate that
seemed
too.
kind of afraid. Yeah.
Red flag. Guys would always say too, like, I feel like you're playing games. You're too young. Like, you really don't want to hook up. Like, I hate that. They make you feel bad. And then you would be like, okay, fine. And like, I hate it.
It's weird that they got away with a lot of stuff back in the day. I guess because this was like, I mean, now stuff is coming out. So imagine if those antics were happening like in the TikTok era. You know what I mean? And like,
but that's why I love the TikTok era. Is like these things aren't happening as much because people know it's exposed. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like you said back then, it wasn't really happening where people were exposing these things. Mm-hmm. But I love it. I love the tea. So these are different girls?
Different girls. Yeah, that story was like a long time ago. It was when One Direction was together. So oh my God, I can't even do the math of what year that must have been. Like,
I have no idea.
2013, maybe 2012.
I was out of it.
And this one, she just posted these last week, but she claims that they were hooking up in April 2023.
And how old was this person? Do we know? Age appropriate?
I think age appropriate.
Is Zayn the one who had a baby?
Yeah, with Gigi Hadid.
How long ago was that?
A couple years ago.
So he's like a father, and he's doing this. He's pressuring these girls, and they're on the phone.
Well, the pressuring was pre-baby. This was like
the phone call was when?
A long time ago, yeah.
What's the 2023 thing you brought up?
The girl with the threesome.
Oh, I thought that was a long time ago. Oh. Even icker. Like, oh my God, you have a baby. Like, I'm sorry, I get it. It's like something young. And if that's what you like as a couple, like not shaming, but if you have to like pressure someone to have the threesome, that's so ick. And you're a father on top of that. I don't know if he has a girl or a boy, but I'm praying he has a boy because that's so, I just can't even imagine. Like, I do think you change so much like sexually too when you have like I don't know, just like in general, you just view people different. You know what I mean? You view sex, you view everything different, you know, in the way like seeing someone date someone. So it's like when you're a father, it's like if you have like this, I don't know. I get it. It's like separate. I'm like, maybe it's not coming out right. I get that it's separate, but it's just so weird, like to pressure girls. It's like, would you want that to be your son or your daughter pressuring someone to like have sex? I don't know. It's just like weird because there's plenty of people who are into threesomes, who's into poly, who's into all of that stuff, like swingers, like, and that's again totally fine. But like to pressure someone to do it is so ick, especially when you're like a celebrity and these are like fans. Like, right? Does he know they're their fans or he's just
with this last girl with like the threesome? They met on a dating app, so I'm sure it was probably like a riot or something, you know.
Yeah, I don't know. I think when you're a celebrity, you're just held to such a higher standard, which maybe for better or worse, you just need to be like so much more careful. Yeah, and in so many ways, you would never hear The Weeknd doing this ever. You never hear like any girls being like, keep pressuring me. I mean, I don't know. Maybe there are girls out there, but you know, you haven't heard about it yet. Okay, you know what I mean? So I don't know. In general, I feel like. And all those like A-list celebrities I've like met, they're like super like careful and cautious and like I don't know. It's always like the D-list ones that are like creepy, but like the A-list ones like Eminem, I mean, he's not gonna like hit on me and be like, well, maybe he just didn't like me, but you know they don't like hit on you and be creepy because they have like more to lose. They have like a certain thing because you don't hear that about Eminem. Again, I don't know all the stories, but you just never hear that kind of stuff because they have like more to lose or something. I don't know. And you just have to be held to it. You have to just assume everyone's a fan. That's how I feel. That's how I feel in just like life. And I tell Moses to just assume, like anyone DMing you, just assume that they know who you are and stuff like that. Even though it's like weird or whatever. I don't know. You got to assume that there's people who know who you are and there's that weird dynamic.
That way. You're right.
Yeah, you know. I guess I'll put it in my perspective. When people come up to me, this is so weird. This whole segment, I'm like, okay. Like, when people come up to me, like, in general, I would be standoffish to people, but I just have to, like, assume everybody is, like, a fan, and I just be, like, overly nice to everybody. Or anybody, like, waiting our table or something like that, I always just assume that they're a fan, even if they're not. Not that I'd be rude, but I'm, like, overly nice. You know what I mean? Because I'm like, oh, like, the tipping or something. I'm like, I know this will be on TikTok, so I'm like, I better, if it's $50, I'll do, like, a $50 tip. I'm like, just in case it goes on TikTok, you know? Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's a good way to look at it.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying in the creepy ways, but just in general, I just think, you know, because the tricksters, like Moses knew early on, the tricksters will be like, oh, I don't know who you are, whatever. And then come to find out they've been fans of mine for like 10 years. So of course they're going to know who Moses is. But they try to act like there was a fake account who's not even around anymore. They were like DMing with Moses, and I had to tell, I think I just shared this story before, and I had to like show him from like Guru Gossiper. I'm like, look, it's the same name as Guru Gossiper. They know who I am. And then when he confronted her, she's like, she admitted, she's just like, oh yeah, I actually was. She came to my tour, but she tried to act like, oh no, I didn't know you. I was just a fan of Moses. And again, he has fans. We know this. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying she was clearly a fan of mine. So anytime anyone plays that card anymore, I don't know. That was like, okay, a lot. But was that trending? Was that on TikTok? Where was it at?
ZAYN was in a lot of controversy because of that, which
ZAYN
makes
sounds like
sense.
Not a great person, maybe.
He's another one. I kind of forgot all of, like the
Lore.
sus stuff about ZAYN until this came out, because he's another one that's so quiet.
Yeah, I think it's just like, again, it's fine to have like weird sexual things, but I think when you pressure other people to do it, it's kind of weird.
And you get messy about it.
You get messy, and if you're like, okay, you got to make it here, you got to do this. Oh, you did do it, but now you're too into that girl. Like, you know, just, I don't know, just the whole thing. The fact that he's giving directions on the phone and like, so weird to me. It's so odd. Was he with Harry? Was Harry on the phone too?
I forget if Harry was on the line or if he was saying it's for me and for Harry. Like, he was talking to two girls, and I think he was like setting it up. But Harry was another one he was definitely known to be like a hooker upper.
Really?
With fans. Yeah.
With fans?
Yeah, all the time.
See, he cleaned it up though. I don't feel like you never hear anything about it anymore.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's so weird.
Now he's just with Olivia Wilde. Well, did they admit it or no? Is this alleged?
Harry and Olivia?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they were like public about it, but then they broke up. They broke up a while ago.
What was the tea with that she was married?
Well, the timeline was a little fuzzy because it was either like right before her and Jason Sudeikis separated, or like I think they trying to make that seem like it was right after, but it was like the timeline.
She was older
weird.
Too.
Yeah, but he likes older women.
So weird to me. It's always weird to me when like guys like older women. I wonder why. I guess not. I guess it's preference. But that was messy, right? Didn't like Jason Sudeikis like serve her divorce papers like at a Comic-Con or something?
Yeah, it was CinemaCon.
Oh my God.
She was like presenting on stage her new movie. It was the Harry one. She was presenting it to, and CinemaCon is like it's to get distribution, to like get it in theaters. So it's like very industry. It's not even like a fan event. It's like all industry people. And to have them like come on stage and give the papers.
Oh, that makes me like want to like die inside. Yeah. That would be... Oh, because it's like no matter how, this is why I hate divorce and stuff like that. Like how messy divorce is. It's like you have kids. This is someone that like you had kids with, that you guys are in it together. And like you do that. Like, so that's so messy. It's so like, and also why did they have to do it there? Like, didn't he know when she'd be like, pick up the kids? Okay, she's home with the kids. Serve it then.
I know. And like there was conflicting reports back then because like Olivia's side was saying that he wanted to embarrass her, but then Jason said he didn't know when, like at what time, what the timing would be. And he got mad at his
server.
Yeah. For doing it so publicly. It was very conflicting, but it was a wild time.
They had so many issues. Remember like the nanny or something came out and there was like issues with that. They seem to just be a little wild, no pun intended, but they seem to have it's so weird because they look like such normal people. Like you're like, oh, that's a normal family, whatever. And then, ooh, that's so bad. Divorce is really the theme of the week. I was just saying this to Moses, like, God, everyone's getting divorced lately. Obviously, Bobby ALTHOFF, which is like sad. Like always divorce is sad for sure. But that's wild because they just had a baby together. And this is what we're talking about too, is like when you just have a baby, like, I mean, usually you stay together for like a few years. Again, not judging anyone, of course, divorce when you want to, but it's like for a few years, you just need someone's help, you know, just a present there. But that's wild. And then people were saying they've been separated for a while. And the Drake thing, like, because she said, was it on Keke Palmer's that her and Drake still talk or something? Yeah. That's so weird. I don't know. Do you think it has anything to do with her interviews, or you think it's just all speculation?
I feel like it's not that related. I'm sure, they had problems before. But yeah, even though, like, I don't, like, particularly like Bobby, but it was the same. Like, I felt bad, even though it's like, no matter what, it's always, like, a sad thing to
You just hear that so much, like, when someone gets, like, famous. It's like Barry Keoghan, Jeremy Allen White, like, all these people. And again, maybe there's problems before, but it's like, it is weird, like, or Ethan Slater. They just, like, get famous and then they like are not with their partners anymore. Yeah. Makes me sad. I always wonder why. I'm always like, that's so, because who else was it? Oh, smaller scale, but still TikToker. Do you know that bartender lady I talked about?
Oh, I did see that.
Yeah, she's getting a divorce from her husband that she that brought home somebody with him drunk from the bar. I was like, she was defending him hardcore too. I think in general, I was gonna say don't put your relationship out there, but I guess a lot of people don't put their relationship. Bobby never put hers out there. Oh no, God, it's so sad. And that's why you think when you're famous, you should keep on to that person that's been with you when you're non-famous because you know they're there for like the right reasons. You know what I mean? I don't know. It makes me so sad. Divorce always makes me sad. Also, McBroom and Catherine, she said they're not. It's fake, right? She admitted to all of it being fake.
She said like the RV stuff, like she's like, yeah, all the little antics, whatever. She's like, oh, you guys actually believe that?
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, okay, girl. Well, your guy is put on a show.
I know. I have like very, very, very conflicting feelings about it because like I don't believe that like obviously like the woman should pay for the crimes of the man. I feel like Catherine is literally the only one that can help like rein this in a little bit, you know? And I feel like
she's
at
blaming the
some
fans.
point, either the divorce is not real or real, whatever. Like at the end of the day, he's still the father of your children. You're the only one that can rein him in. It's like, don't you think?
Yeah.
It's kind of your responsibility.
It's your
at this
brand
point.
too. Like you're connected to him. Like
it just makes you look bad. And
also to like blame it on the fans. Like, oh my God, you guys believe that? You're so dumb. It's like, well, these are your people that you cater to. They're young fans. Like I believed it. I mean, you believe it for a minute. You're just like, oh, okay, they're like unhinged or whatever. So it's like, oh God, you guys are so dumb. Like I don't know. You always hear a little bit about Catherine again. Not trying to like throw hate on the girl, but you always hear a little bit. Like the sister-in-law too was like Catherine's always been a mean girl. Like also you just see a little bit. So it's like, is this all planned? Like I don't know. I mean, obviously now Austin. It's just a like wild card. Someone told me he was making $50,000 a day on Snapchat.
Honestly, believe it.
It's crazy.
Because of how much he's doing, how extreme it is. And like we said, like, okay, I mean, sure. But it's like, what price does your dignity come at? I saw him, he was selling freaking lemonade at the mall. Did you see that?
Oh,
like,
yeah. Mm-hmm. Which mall was that?
I feel like it has to be like Topanga or something.
Yeah,
right.
right. That's what I thought too.
It, which makes me want to go out. Like, I want to do like my journalistic duty, like stake out like the malls and stuff.
See where he's at.
And like be boots on the ground, like
boots
TMZ style, like recording, like press some, press some questions. It's like ridiculous. Like it's genuinely.
Did you see him at the Super Bowl? Like he bought the fake tickets and he was crying and.
I just can't.
Yeah, he's too much.
I just can't stand it.
Yeah, I can't either. His like face and stuff like that just like bothers me. But I guess for $50,000 a day, would you do it?
No, especially as a parent. Hell no.
Yeah, I don't know if I. What is that a month?
Crickets.
Probably 1.5 million.
Would you let me do it for 1.5 million? Act like look crazy?
To me, he's a clown, and that's what a clown does. You know, it's like he's not in a bad way. He's just, he's literally is like a clownish.
No, I think full bad way. Like he's a menace.
Like if it's entertainment and you're a clown, that's fine. I mean, I just. At this point, I start to admire him. How do you come up?
Oh my
hot take. That's a hot take.
How do you come up with so much? Like it's endless.
Not Moses saying you admire. That's
endless.
The headline.
Every day he's doing something and more and more. Like who's coming up with all of this? And doing all of this.
Admiring is a big term, babe.
I mean, you need to make the lemonade and go to the mall.
I would say maybe I respect it a little more than admire it. I'm like, I guess you're hustling. Okay, maybe I respect it if you're making 1.5 million. Maybe. Admire is a big word.
If you manage to get captive audience and you provide to them what they...
Moses has the hot takes.
I think the difference is like because he's involving like normal people and he's like making fun of their like people who actually have to take the bus or people who actually have to like struggle to make money. That's a difference. Like your trolling,
Ross.
you never dragged all these people into it. It was all like insular. It was all just you trolling.
Right.
But
and it wasn't on this level.
Yeah, it's him like actually going up to people, making fun of people who are trying to get the bus, making fun of people who are like working in retail. You know what I mean?
The Ross one was wild when he like filmed her. That was a wild one. Like
I hate it. I really can't stand it.
Yeah.
Like
right when you start saying it that, I'm like, okay, yeah, it's not as cute.
Yeah. Like if it was all just him, like I guess just the RV bit and like oh I have to go to the doctor. Like okay, that's one thing. But then to keep like dragging the public into it, like normal people who and who actually have the problems you do, like you're making all this money, but you're pretending to be broke and have to get a job. It's like that's the real problem, you know.
Yeah.
Shame on Snapchat for continuing to monetize.
Shame on Snapchat. Bottom line, I'm over Snapchat. I'm so over it. Them using our content, clickbaiting pregnancies, clickbaiting sexual things, and when there's kids on the app, it's like, okay, no, like Snapchat needs to be canceled. We're canceling Snapchat. And now with Austin McBroom, like they promote these people. I'm like kind of over it. I don't even want to be on it anymore.
The fact that like someone posted a screenshot like of the Discover page or whatever, and it's like Austin was like big featured on there. It's like
was it?
Yes.
Oh, so they're like promoting this. They're loving it. It's like yikes.
That's morally corrupt. Like, ugh, I can't
shady.
stand it.
Yeah.
I really
it's also
can't
like,
stand
why
it.
are you sending pictures that can disappear on Snapchat? Shady from the beginning. You know, I never trusted if I dated a grown man that had Snapchat, I was like, why? Why do you have it? You're not on social media. Why are you trying to get disappearing pics?
Yeah.
The James Charles of it all. James Charles song is out, but maybe we'll discuss that on Patreon. But
Yeah.
I'm very biased on this, so.
Oh, yeah,
Bias
same.
and-
I was like, wait.
Is that good? But biased, bad way.
Yeah, I was like, wait, you're biased.
Because I really, the people supporting this, JoJo Siwa stuff, I mean, we'll have the whole discussion, but JoJo Siwa is out there too, saying she's ready for kids. I was like, okay, she's supporting James, supporting Colleen, ready for kids. I'm like, maybe pump, I never say pump the brakes on kids, but I'm like, if you're supporting these people right now, maybe just pump the brakes on kids if you don't see really what the issue is, you know what I mean?
And it's also crazy for her because now she is like the main judge again on So You Think You Can Dance or whatever.
Really?
Yeah, because Nigel Lithgow, she's replacing him because, do you know him?
He passed away. Was it?
No, he had to get kicked off the show because Paula
SA.
Abdul. Yeah,
Is that real? Did it happen?
she alleges it, and
Well, it must be real if he left, huh?
yeah, he got kicked off the judging panel as it gets investigated, I guess. But
Never liked him. I
JoJo-
get bad vibes from him. Never liked him.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I believe Paula, but
Always.
JoJo is replacing him. So you would think that like because you're on like a big network TV show again, that you would kind of like be a little bit more careful. But the fact that she's like promoting this James song like that,
Yeah, I think it's like, again, we talked about this when she was talking about Colleen. She was the victim of like child exploitation and stuff like that. So I don't think she just didn't develop like her brain, like, you know what I mean? Like in that way where you don't know the difference between right and wrong when it comes to children and adult relationships. So I think she just doesn't know. And she's so vocal and outspoken. And it's like, I feel for her because I definitely think she is not making her the victim, but I feel like she's definitely been in situations where it's like inappropriate. And so she didn't fully get to like develop right and wrong yet. And that was me. I mean, there's videos of me in my early 20s like sexualizing like the teacher-student relationship because I thought that was like normal. You know what I mean? I was like, oh, that happened to me. It was fine. I liked it, whatever. And then it was like, oh no, this isn't normal. You don't feel that till like later. So I'm just having to think back when I was in my early 20s and I was like, okay, maybe it's the same situation where she's like, oh, it was okay because I'm fine and I turned out great. Me and Colleen were friends at 13 and we're okay. We're fine. I love her. So I don't know. I'm kind of give her grace there, but it is kind of just a lot, especially when she has like young fans and stuff like that. It's just like, ooh, like just promoting the wrong people. And like there has to be someone around her, like an adult or something, to be like, okay, we get it, they're friends, but maybe don't. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people like that. Like, you know, people have talked about like influencers that don't want to be associated with the brand or whatever. And so even me, some people don't want to be in pictures with me because it's like hurts their brand or whatever. So just, why doesn't anyone tell her that?
yeah, especially because like we know a lot of like influencers who are friends with James still, but they're just like friends with him in private. You know?
Definitely,
You
yeah.
know?
And like, okay, I guess. You know what I
It's
mean?
like,
I don't know.
I guess you're not at least like not, you know, because I feel like
Promoting.
when you promote it, then you
Yeah.
like are just
Co-signing.
Yes,
Yeah.
everything. And it's like I said, like I liked James a lot. Like I want to like him present tense, but I just like you know, it
There's
just
certain
goes
things.
against so like, you know, everything. Like if a straight man had a lot of allegations that he had, I would be like anti, you know what I mean? So
and some of them not even allegations. There's some that he's just
True.
like, this
Yeah.
happened. And you're like,
Yeah.
ooh, we didn't forget that. And not only do you not forget that, it's like, it's one thing you admitted to it and then try to rewrite history and to be like, oh, actually, like, I shouldn't be canceled. It's like, okay, well, you admitted to it already. Like, just, you know, like, whatever, like take accountability and be like, that was it. I think that's just my problem when people like can't take accountability or don't see it. Oh, it's all lies. The Colleen route. It's like, oh, it's all lies. It's like, okay, well, it's not all lies. So, anyways.
yeah.
Well, we can listen to his new song on Patreon.
Yes, we will be
Behind a paywall. That we're not promoting it.
No copyright strikes.
Yeah,
or
yeah,
anything.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, well, it is crazy. I mean, JoJo gets a lot of work, so I mean, it's good for her. And, you know, she probably will be like a good mom one day, but it's just like really you have to kind of understand what you've been through, especially as a child star. I think it's just like, because no matter what, because she also defends Abby Lee a lot, and I'm just like, no, like, and we talked about this. I'm not gonna talk about it too much, but it's just like, okay, like that was child abuse in some way. Like you were getting emotionally abused, even if it was supposed to be like fake or whatever. I mean, it's still real. You're still a child getting screamed at, and so the fact that she still like defends her and like, it's like you went through abuse of some form as a child. We saw it on TV. You know what I mean? It's like anyone who defends Abby Lee, it's like I get scripted when it's like Real Housewives, adults consenting to yelling at each other, but it's like, I'm sorry, I would never let my kid like get yelled at on TV and humiliated by like a grown up for anything. Like they don't know. 6 years old, they don't know. You could say it's fake, honey, it's this, it's that. They just don't know, you know, especially reality TV. Acting, even acting. We were talking about that with like Hunger Games. I mean, it's a whole different thing, but still, it's like, you know, sometimes do they know it's real? Do they know it's fake? I don't know. It's a whole thing. But reality TV, definitely not. Acting, I guess, is another thing. But
and it's interesting too because she was in that Dance Moms reunion like a couple months ago, and I wonder, I guess maybe they just don't bring it up. You know what I mean? Because every other cast member of Dance Moms has like talked about how it's like scarred them one way or another. But then there's like JoJo who's like
doesn't say anything. Yeah. Like, girl, this is your platform. This is your moment.
JoJo's whole thing is like positivity, and she sees the good in every single person. But part of growing up is realizing that, like, you know, you have to also acknowledge the negative aspects of life. And I saw too, like, for So You Think You Can Dance, she just moved to, I think, Atlanta, and she's like living in her own like apartment. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and obviously she's explaining how she's realizing how expensive it is to like live on your own. Everyone's like, "JoJo, this is life, girl. This is literally adulthood."
This is adult. Yeah.
It's kind of like that thing. People say like you kind of freeze at the time you get like fame or whatever. Yeah. I think the learning curve for her is like very, very, very delayed.
Right.
Yeah.
And I feel like in that sense, it's like I get wanting to have kids, but kind of just like try and comprehend where you come from, because I think it is delayed. I think she's very delayed in her like mental development. I love her. She's always been very, very nice and sweet. I think she's super nice. Obviously, she's super nice, but I think like too nice and doesn't really understand everything. And it's not her fault. She's young and, you know, mentally stunted a little bit from whatever. But.
Yeah, it is weird because like you said, she's just so nice, so professional. I think she has like such a good head on her shoulders when it comes to like business and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Maybe she just sees like the good. And I feel like I'm just me totally projecting, but I feel like if people are nice to her, she probably thinks they're nice to everyone. That's kind of the vibe I get. For sure. Know? But obviously you're JoJo. People are going to be nice to you.
You were famous at 13. Like she goes, oh, Colleen was never like, you were famous and, you know, whatever. And we don't know the extent of their relationship, but it's like.
I think she bought into this idea that if you're famous, like if you're a celebrity, people will lie about you. I think she bought into that idea because from the stuff she said about Colleen and probably about James. So I think if a celebrity tells her it's all lies, it's easier for her to believe that because she just thinks that's true in general.
Yeah. Like I think a lot of people think that too. Like you tell someone it's all lies and they're like, oh yeah, it's all lies. They just make stuff up to whatever. So, cancel culture is so toxic. And it's like, you know, there are certain times when it's like real and legit. You know what I mean? So it's just kind of like, I don't know. But good for her for working all the time.
Yeah. She's booked.
She's booked and busy. Oh my God. Crazy. One of my hot topics is literally getting hit on in public. I think we covered that one, I guess. I gotta start making these longer so I can send these out to our producers. They're so like little.
So we mentioned a little bit earlier, speaking of erection.
Oh my God. Are we gonna play? Should we wait for Patreon? Okay.
It's not that.
Okay.
It is the Adam and Eve episode, so.
That's true.
I guess. Yeah, that's true. Okay.
So, you know Henry Cavill?
Yes, Superman?
Okay. Yes. Mm-hmm. So he has come out this past week talking about how he's kind of like anti-sex scenes in movies.
Oh no, and not one of these people again.
And he said that they're kind of like overused and he doesn't like understand them. He's not a fan. And that a lot of the times they're not beneficial to the actual movie or like the plot of the movie. So, but
it's entertainment. That's what we want to see.
It's funny though, because back in 2015, he did an interview with Men's Health and he revealed that he would get aroused during sex scenes.
Oh, well, there's the problem.
Then,
it's you.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Well, that's why he's the one. He can't control himself. He can't control the difference between reality and acting. Oh my God. Well, that's it. Is he married now? Maybe that's why he's like, oh yeah.
He's not married. He might be single. I know he had a girlfriend for a while. I don't know if he's still with her, but I remember hearing something about him talking about being aroused in sex scenes before. But then, yeah, everyone brought this up as the story got picked up. Everyone's like, wait, you had.
Okay, look, I totally get him. I'm not shaming him because we talked about this on the podcast.
Yeah.
Like, I get it. Like, you have to feel something. Like, if you're like, whatever, people always say, oh, so not sexy, it's whatever. You have to feel some sort of, especially if you're acting, you're feeling it, right? Like, sadness you feel, you know, you have to feel turned on, I guess, if that's the scene or whatever. But I don't like it later on when they're like, oh, like, why are they necessary? All that stuff like that. I get it. Like, they're probably not necessary. It's like gory scenes or even Hunger Games. Someone was telling me about like how they never really show like the blood. They never showed like the gore of it. Yeah. So like, yes, you're getting the point across without showing like the graphicness. So I get that with sex scenes too. But like, I love a sex scene in a movie. I love sex scenes in movies for the most part. I mean, if I'm not watching it with like my parents or obviously not my daughter, but you know, but I love it. I think that just it's entertainment. You like it's kind of giving you erotica without having to see like I don't like adult films or anything like that, but it's giving you that same sort of vibe, but it's cute, it's romantic, it's romanticizing. You feel it. You're like, okay, I get it. So to say sex scenes don't belong in movies is like ridiculous to me. I'm just like, okay, that's like from as long as time we like to see, we like to see it. It depends how graphic. But I feel like if there's a good scene in a movie, you just like love it. You know what I mean? You're just like, oh yeah, that scene was so hot or whatever. It's like, right, it adds to the movie.
Yeah, I guess to play devil's advocate, I would say like something like Euphoria, I feel like is kind of like gratuitous. I feel like they were just like naked to be naked. Like all of a sudden Sydney Sweeney would be like just topless for no reason.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
So I guess like in the case like that, but I guess he's specifically talking about movies, and I feel like for the most part, it's like Sydney Sweeney, again, to use her as an example, like in Somebody Like You, like the Glenn Powell rom-com one, like this, I feel like the sex scenes in there are like so, they're like tasteful. It shows like about their relationship, like the connection, and you get like, I don't know, it adds to their character development.
And I think that was like, most of the time I think they're really like pretty, like the way they're shot, because people always say it's not sexy the way they shot because they have to stop and this and that. I think it's like pretty. I think it makes it look pretty, because I think if you think about sex in general, like it's like not pretty. Like I don't think I want to watch myself, Do you know what I mean? Like sometimes you in the mirror, you see yourself and it's just like, I'm like everyone's hunched over. It's just like, I don't know, it's not sexy. So the movies just make it very like sexy, and like that's how you feel in your head, when you're, so I just think it's like cinematic, like anything else. It's like, the art of it all is very beautiful, and I appreciate it. Why did he say that? Just out of nowhere, or did someone ask him?
He was in a podcast. No. Podcasts are always the scene of the crime.
It's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy too that they don't even see, not that there's anything wrong with it, but they don't see like, oh, I should edit that out or whatever. It's like they just say whatever on a podcast. What was he on? Was he on the Joe Goldberg one?
No, he was on Happy, Sad, Confused.
Who's that one?
It's like a movie podcast. He used to be a correspondent at like MTV Movies.
Oh my God, I wish I had that podcast. I want people coming on to promote their movie.
He gets big stars. He had Josh Hutcherson on.
Oh my God. Yeah. On a podcast? It's just like on YouTube or something?
It's his podcast, yeah.
Like what movies have Henry Cavill done? He's a sex scene. I just know him from like Superman.
He does mostly like action movies. Like the one he's in now, Argyle. It's like an action.
Oh, you love that one, right?
No, I haven't seen it.
Oh.
It has bad reviews though.
Wait, someone said they loved Argyle. Who was that? Oh, Isaiah.
Oh, he loved it?
He loved it. He said did he say it was funny or no?
Yeah, like everything, like fun, and
he's like, it's the best movie you'll ever see. Like he kind of was selling it. I don't know what it's about, but he kind of sold it to me a little bit.
I got really bad reviews. I haven't seen it yet, and it's long. It's like 3 hours. It's a long one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know if I could get into that.
I think he was in a Tom Cruise movie, like one of those, like
so like action. So it's like
he does a lot of action stuff.
I think I only saw him in like he was playing Superman, but it wasn't a Superman movie. It was the one with Jason Momoa. It's like one where they're all together.
Oh, Justice League. I've always heard mixed things about him. Like some people say he's like not very likable. Yeah.
In general, like I don't know about him at all, but like he doesn't strike me as something that's like likable.
Last year he was rated as like the most desirable man by gay men.
Oh, okay. Where is this poll coming from? Not Grindr, I can tell you that.
It might have been Grindr.
No, they would never. They put us as a top podcast, so I trust them.
I don't know. I think when he was first Superman, I thought he was hot, but now I feel like just because you get more of their personality, I feel like I don't really vibe with Henry Cavill like that anymore.
Know. I see. That's why I like when actors like don't give interviews too. It's like another thing, because then you don't know their personality. You can just get, because Johnny Depp used to be elusive. He used to not give great interviews. I really feel like the trial kind of. I'm not trying to defend this or anything like defendant, apologist. I don't know.
Neutral.
But neutral, right. Neutral, I literally, whatever. But it's like that, I think that like, I don't know. Do you know what I mean? It takes you away from his acting roles. Like you no longer remember him as a good actor. You remember him about like the trial. Same thing with Amber Heard. You just like associate that with the trial.
Yeah.
And it's like, I kind of feel bad for both, I guess, because it's like it's just, all of it was an unfortunate situation. Like all of it sounds just messy and awful and toxic, and you're just like, God, that's all you like and now think of them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And so when you see him and stuff like that, all you hear now is like with Amber Heard too, with the Aquaman, people dissing her, and then Johnny Depp too. It's just like, God, that sucks.
Yeah, keep the elusive thing up. That's kind of what Tina Fey was saying.
Right, like just be fans of everyone, keep the elusiveness up.
Leave it to people like us to talk.
Oh, for sure, nothing to lose. Like I am not getting casted in who's the Saltburn director's movie?
Emerald Fennell.
Emerald Fennell is not thinking of Trisha Paytas for her next film. So at least that's the one thing I can count on, is like the security that I'm just, doesn't matter what I say, really. Yeah. No one really, it's not hurting anything. We have no sponsor. Well, we do have a sponsor today, but they love me. They support me. So other than that, and our patrons, which is great. It's actually, Patreon is the best thing that ever happened, because it's just like such a support. I was like, wow, they really have our back. It's so much fun. I signed so many headshots yesterday. It literally was like 5 hours of signing headshots. It was kind of everything, though. I kind of love it. I'm like, I could do this all day. I feel like when I'm 80, I'll be just signing headshots to people and sending them in the mail. It's so fun. I was like, oh, this is so great. We love our patrons. That's funny that's like news. Henry Cavill. We haven't heard from, Ariana Grande hasn't said anything about the trailer.
She was at the Super Bowl to kind of like, I guess, be like a tie-in. It was like her, Cynthia Erivo, and Victoria Monet were all together at the Super Bowl.
Victoria Monet is...
She was the one that won Best New Artist at the Grammys.
And who's she play in Wicked?
She's not in Wicked. She's just best friends with Ariana.
Okay,
yeah.
There.
Yeah.
Which is funny because like the Best New Artist, right? She's not that new. And everyone's like, that's the controversy of it all. It's like... Okay, what does that mean to be Best New Artist? You can be around for 10 years, but still submit? Slay, deserving. Everyone said she was deserving, even like Jelly Roll. The people were like, yeah, she's deserving. She wrote for so many people and she's been around. And
this is also kind of like I'm interested to see what your take is on this story.
You have so many hot topics. God,
I do,
did
but they're
so
all
good.
like small, but
producing at its finest today. And I love it. I had literally nothing. I was off TikTok for too long.
Do you know NICOLA PELTZ?
NICOLA PELTZ, no.
You know Brooklyn Beckham.
David Beckham's son?
Yes.
Okay.
So she's married to Brooklyn Beckham.
They're rich. She's really rich.
Yeah.
Yes.
So she has a new movie coming out called Lola, and she revealed that Brooklyn Beckham was supposed to make a cameo in it, but she cut him from the film because she didn't think he was good enough. And then Brooklyn was like, got his feelings hurt because she cut him from the film, but he made a cameo in it. He was like staring directly in the camera, and he was supposed to be American, but he kept his like British accent kept coming out. So he like totally was like.
You saw the clip? This
is her saying it.
Oh, yeah. She's throwing him under the bus. Yeah. She's like, he kept staring. First of all, what? How do you like? Didn't say don't stare into the camera. Like, I mean, that's an easy fix. Why was he staring into the camera? That's so weird. Oh my god, why is she throwing him under the bus too? Just being so. And that's why she said she cut him.
Yeah. She cut it. He was left on the cutting room floor.
Oh my gosh! I mean, you could have helped him out and just been like, "Don't look at the camera" or something.
And he only had one line, and it was "Hi."
And she cut it, and he had an American accent. Too much of an accent.
He was supposed to be American, but his British accent kept coming out.
How do you even say "hi" in a British accent?
In a British accent?
Yeah.
Oi.
That sounds like Cockney or something like that. I feel like they don't even say hi. They'd be like, "Hello." Like, they wouldn't say hi. I think hi sounds American. Hi. 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 I don't know.
Well, a lot of people, I was interested to see what you would say, because I feel like you'd be anti, but a lot of people thought it was sweet that she was honest and like preserved the integrity of the film, I guess.
I mean, you don't have to cut your husband for one line. Oh my God. Could you imagine? Why even put him in to begin with then if you can't take a direction to not look at the camera? Like, you know, it's very easy.
What if you were directing and producing a film and it was starring you, and Moses had a cameo, but you didn't think he was good in it, would you keep him in it, even if it like, say everything about the film was like amazing, but then
he would have to be cut, I think. Yeah, for sure.
She wouldn't jeopardize the quality.
No, for sure. It's also kind of okay, right? Good perspective, because it's also kind of distracting. Maybe you're like all of a sudden Moses just pops up like it's this A-list cast and like whatever, and then it's like even Brooklyn Buck, it's like it's a little distracting that he just popped up in there. I don't know. I guess it depends how big the movie is. If it's that serious, if it's gonna be for an Oscar. But honestly, if he said hi, I don't think it's gonna ruin the film. And also, like, what character just says hi and that's it? Like, he could have just done a wave. You know what I mean? I don't know. That's hard to say. Guess when I produce a film, I'll let you know. But I think you can let it in. You know what I mean? I don't know. That's just my thoughts.
Maybe like bonus features, like the
deleted, extended scene, director's cut.
Yeah, I guess you also know what it's like to get your scene cut from a film.
I get cut from everything. Please, the director of Wonderlust, please release my scene. I shot it at Universal. I just want to be in a movie, and I did get cut from it. Yeah, I feel like now too you can just like lie. I think when I first started acting, doing like background work, I used to put that I was like a extra in Titanic, that I was like one of the people in the water, and people would always be so impressed. When I'd go to the auditions, they'd be like, "Oh my gosh, like you worked with James Cameron?" I'm like, "Yes." No one questioned it. There's little kids in the water. That could have been me. Then they would ask questions like where it was shot, how it was shot. I was like, God, I wasn't a good liar back then. I was like, in the ocean. Where else would it be shot? Now I know it'd be pool. I could say Red Gum Studios. Okay, it's a pool, Red Gum Studios. It wasn't even scary like that. Like, Leo was next to me. Now I'd be like an expert liar, but back then I literally was just like in the ocean.
Oh my God, that is actually so smart.
Yeah, you could. Or like I knew someone who lied. I think it was
Oh my God.
my neighbor who was Superman, and rest in peace, but he would say he was one of the soldiers in 300. You know,
There's so many of them. How are you gonna know?
You could. So I think that's so smart. It's just like, yeah, just
that
lie about
actually
it.
is pretty genius.
Yeah, no, no.
I wish
They wouldn't know.
I wish you just brought up the Titanic thing now. Like, just lie.
Just lie and say I'm in it. Okay.
And only the people who watch will know the
Ooh,
truth.
just go on podcasts and be like, when they ask me like your greatest accomplishment, you know, I was like, yeah, I started at 10. I actually auditioned for James Cameron and he put me in the movie. Yeah. That'd be wild. And I'm like, you can see me actually. Like, it's there.
Oh my
and
God.
people will be like, that's Trisha. That's a good idea. Shoot, next TikTok. Maybe today I'll do it. Story time of how I was casted in Titanic.
I want you to so bad.
Okay, I love it.
Oh
People
my God.
thought I didn't know the Weeknd had a halftime show, so which I didn't until 6 months ago. But now I know he has a halftime show. So that's fun. I
God.
know. I would love to. I know. If I was back to trolling Trish, I would love to just go on podcasts and just start lying about everything. Because they ask you the same questions. How did you get your? Oh, you started this. You grew up in Illinois. I should just change my whole story. Be like, actually, I grew up in London. Just make up people. I'm my dad. Like, Hugh Grant's my father. He left me and my mom. That'd be everything. Okay, we'll do a whole storyline rewrite.
We should do one episode where everything is just fake.
Ooh,
That'd be kind
fake
of fun.
news.
Yeah.
I would do it. Could you do it?
Yeah.
You
We'll
could
have to
lie
put a little
for
disclaimer, I guess.
an
but-
hour and a half straight. It's like the Traitors in real life. I'm here for
That
it.
would
Do
be
an
a
April
fun
Fool Day.
episode.
Oh, that would be. Is
God.
April Fool's on? I hate April Fool's Day. I hate April Fool's Day. I hate
Me
the
too,
jokes.
dude. I believe everything.
I do too. I'm like, I'm not even opening my Twitter. What
It's
day
a
is it?
Monday.
Ooh, well,
when
we
we
film
film.
on an April Fool's Day. We
Yeah.
are not April Foolsing. We didn't even get into like Drag Race or Trader recap. Do we want
Oh,
to?
yeah.
Okay.
Well, first, I just we have to
Okay.
quickly mention, because again, this is a Patreon story, but Drake did confirm the leak was his own schlong. So I wanted to update you on that story because I know you were very
What did he
invested in
say?
it.
Where did he say it?
He was at a concert, and then he's like, I know you guys want me to address this. And then he like trolled. He didn't address it, but
Oh, well, then how did he confirm
he
it?
also posted an Instagram story. He joked about it on his Instagram story. And there was another artist too that was like congratulating him. I'm like, it wasn't that impressive, but whatever.
Okay. Oh my God,
Yeah.
harsh critic over here.
Well, it was like I told you, it was just very like
Long.
hot dog.
Floppy.
Yeah, just very like.
Not into hot dogs. Never have been. Never have been.
Oh my God, this reminds me of someone requested that we talk about this story that Benny Blanco allegedly shading Hailey Bieber with the photo of a hot dog. That's how you reminded me.
What? How does that tie in and why? First of all, Benny Blanco is just a little wild on
I
TikTok.
know.
He's very unhinged and not. I don't think in a cute way, but okay.
I thought it was kind of a stretch, but maybe not. So Hailey Bieber posted a selfie, and her iPhone case, it has like a holder for her like lip gloss, which I thought was like fine or whatever.
Yeah, cute.
And then Benny Blanco posted a photo of his iPhone. It was like he made it look like it was a holder for his hot dog. And people were like, why are you shading Hailey Bieber?
Yeah, he seems to be picking on the girlies. Like he picked on Selena Gomez,
Yeah.
Hailey Bieber. Like, why don't we pick on people like Charlie Puth or something? You know, and stick to that. You know,
Stay out of women's business when you're a straight man.
kind
Like,
of weird, kind of random. Or
I
Hailey Bieber just
know.
gets like again not a stan, but she kind of gets shitted on a lot for
she
like
gets a
no
lot
reason.
of strays.
For, like,
Haley gets hit with a lot of strays. Especially
Yeah.
for, like lately, she's kind of just been minding her business.
She's literally just chilling and people just still coming for her. It's like she's trying to promote her roads or whatever, and this guy's like coming for him.
I'm like, gee, that's a little out of pocket.
Yeah, and Benny Blanco's like a songwriter. It's like, why are you doing the most? You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
on TikTok, everything. He's just doing a lot.
That's why I'm like inclined to believe it. At first I saw it and I was like, you guys, I think this is like not real. But then it was kind of uncanny because I was like, why is he posting his iPhone case and you can see like the camera and everything? And then I was like, he also did like randomly diss Selena Gomez for no reason. So I feel
Now
like
he's dating her, yeah.
He's one to like just randomly diss women for like,
Don't like it.
Yeah.
Not the Just Trish vibe.
no.
Not the any vibe, actually. He could go be with ZAYN Malik. They're banned. We're banned from talking about them, or they're banned from being talked about in the podcast. They're banished, as the traders would say. I would vote for them. Banished off. Okay, RuPaul.
Oh yeah, the doll episode. Very sugar and spice coded.
They said they
Yeah.
were flattered by it, but honestly, like, totally ripped off because that's like totally their thing.
I think the week before was that Was that the Pussycat wig? The wig
Yeah.
before? That one was very like, that was Monet Exchange's thing, was like the Pussycat wigs.
Really?
That's when like Rue coined the term Pussycat wig because Monet would always wear them. And Rue was like, Monet, why are you always wearing those Pussycat wigs?
Oh, I didn't know. I didn't get it at all, the Pussycat wig, because I was like...
I think it's newer that they're doing all these challenges referencing like old queens. I think a couple of seasons ago they had like a bag challenge, like where they had to like make big bags,
like GM?
handbags. And it was like, that's like Bob's thing too, because it was like purse first is like Bob's brand.
Got it. Okay.
So I think they are getting like very self-referential, I guess. But I guess that is like the highest form of flattery. Like,
yeah, especially Sugar and Spice because they got such a shit end on that show. So
Yeah.
it's like, oh wow, they're like trying to be you guys, the little dolls. Because it was a random challenge. I'm like, that's a lot to ask someone, like make clothes for yourself and then also make it for the doll.
And they were like painting their
the
dolls.
face,
and
like the
stuff.
whole makeup. I was like, oh my
Yeah.
gosh, okay, so much. I know, and I also noticed that they're not allowed to say fish anymore. The old seasons they would call everyone fish, fishy. She used to give him fish, and now they're like, I heard it was like banned. I think we saw an article that said it was banned because it's like offensive to cis women or something because it comes from
I
like the
see.
fishy smelling. I thought it was like something else, but I guess it's like your vag smells fishy.
I never thought of it like that. But yeah, I guess you're right.
But they used to call everyone fish on that show. We're watching
Yeah.
season 6 at the same time. Everyone's fish, fishy. Now they never say that word ever,
That makes
including the
sense,
judges.
actually.
Yeah.
But yeah, the episode, I thought it was cute. I'm kind of over the design challenges because you kind of know who's going to win the design challenges.
That's so not fair. To the people who like just can't sew, it's like, well, that sucks for you. You know what I mean? You can't do it. And then they get, but it saved Q. Q is at the bottom, not the top.
I know. And I mean, Q really slayed the challenge, but it's kind of becoming annoying to me in the show, in the context of the show.
Yeah.
Where she's not getting the greatest
Getting the
edit.
Lucy edit.
Very true. Yeah.
Where it gets to be just a lot and you're just like, okay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But talented.
Very talented.
So
yeah.
good. But not great lip syncer or
or
dancer.
dancer.
Yeah. Who is the one that always flips?
I'm on something page. I feel like she has like 4 names.
Right,
but-
right. She's so good. Every time she
Yeah.
performs, I'm like, damn.
I know.
Really, really good. And that's like kind of like shocking and amazing. I'm always shocked when big queens are just like flippers and athletic.
It's hard.
And how are they not out of breath? Like I would get out of breath just like moving around and like the flipping and dancing and performing and it's just like insane.
'Cause it's like, just like physically speaking.
Yeah.
Like when you're heavier, it's just like more weight that you have to like throw, you
Yeah.
know? So it's just physically more work.
But they look like they're like not even
She makes
sweating.
it, yeah, so effortless. Like, oh my God.
I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it now. And I look at that. I'm like, God, that's amazing. I always love it. I love the big queens. Big queens haven't won in a while, so I would love a big queen to
know.
win.
What did you think of Law Roach as like the guest judge?
I didn't know who that was.
Oh, you didn't?
Not even shady. Who was it?
Zendaya's stylist, but styles like pretty much everyone. Celine Dion, like any like it girl, Law will like style. But
What did she say about the outfits? I forgot.
Law was actually pretty nice to everyone.
Yeah.
But surprisingly, because Law was on a judge on a different show called Legendary, and Law was like so shady. Like would get into it with Kiki Palmer, who was also a judge. They would go back and forth because Kiki was always nice.
And she'd be like, no, not it.
And Law was like so shady.
What a name. Law Roach?
Yeah.
I need to get a stylist. If I ever get like money one day, I'm going to have a stylist.
I think
well, despite the Fashion Nova, I'm like, I want a stylist. Have you ever been styled?
No.
It's so cool. I've only done it like with 3 magazines, and I'm just like, God, that's so cool because they just give you your outfits and things look cool and all the pieces together. I'm just bad at accessorizing, putting stuff together.
Everything when it comes to like
You're pretty
fashion.
good. All your outfits always look good. Like you're head to toe good. I never know what shoes go with what. I'm just so bad at it.
I always watch this YouTuber Hot Mode is like a stylist. He reviews like red carpets and stuff. He did YouTubers. I remember he reviewed your like closet tour that you did.
Oh,
with, like,
really?
Was it like Insider or something? The Insider or one of those.
I think it was, and I was like, why did I let them hear? Because Insider's shady. They've been shady to me too. I was like, why did I give them this exclusive? I think I was thirsty. I think I was desperate at the time for any like attention because like I was being canceled. But what did he say about it? Do you remember?
I don't remember specifically. I think it was like I think he appreciated how just like over the top it was.
Tacky and
yeah,
it is tacky.
I always watch his recaps before I form my own opinions on fashion because I just don't know.
I don't either. Yeah.
So I watched like he did like the Grammys red carpet. And
What did he say?
He said everyone was terrible. He said Ice Spice was like the best dressed, but
wow.
yeah,
I agree with that. I thought she looked great.
I always listen to him because he is also like a fashion like student expert. Like he knows like the references and the history of the collections and what it means and why it was made and the materials.
Maybe we should get him on for our Met Gala episode.
I know. Well, he does his crazy Met Gala episodes, but I would love to have him on because he's so good.
Is he
He's, like,
poppin'?
Yeah, especially for Met Gala, that's like his thing. He does every single look for the Met Gala, and it'll be like 5 episodes of Met Gala because he does literally every single person. Like, he does not skip.
And the theme is Sleeping Beauty.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna just come dressed as Princess Aurora.
You should.
Yeah, I think that's what. If I went out,
we should be literal about it.
Like, this is Sleeping Beauty, just quiet. I might be giving birth then, but I don't know. We'll see. Maybe.
I know.
Well, I'll be really pregnant. I'll be like, woo. But there's a lot happening in May, so hopefully the timing is all right.
I know.
All right, guys. Well, that is it for Just Trish. Wow. Was there hot topics? Did we even talk about anything? I have no idea. Well, thank God the Super Bowl happened. Thank God for that. Zach Sang just texted me and said I was invited to the PCAs. What is that?
People's Choice Awards?
Yeah.
I love that.
I'm like, what's a PCA? And he said something like, you can own it if you want. I'm like, own what?
Own what?
Own the PCAs. Did he respond? Did you see it? I mean, definitely won't go, but
you should
love
go.
the invite. What's a People's Choice Award?
Oh my God, you'll finally have Getty Images. You have to go.
Oh, I would love to, but I'm so pregnant and not cute right now. I don't know. Can you ask him if he could book us Ariana? After him. No, don't text him. Could you imagine? I think he has that interview. Someone's like, oh, she spilled the tea on it. But he like announced it. I never say anything unless I say it. First of all, he doesn't tell me.
He definitely announced it. And he's already talked about how he heard the album and how much he loves the album and everything.
Yeah, everyone's like, oh, he spilled the tea that's going on in Zach's. I'm like, he said it, not me, but okay.
I would think it was pretty much said as soon as the album was announced, oh, she's going to go on Zach's Sang.
Yeah, yeah. I was like, okay, but anyway, Zach, I'll text him later and ask him if she can come on ours. We'll take Ethan's later, too. I'll take him. I'll interview him. That's fine. I mean, he's got to go somewhere to promote it, right? I think it could be a cute vibe.
If anyone could do it, it's you, for sure.
I would love. That'd be so cute.
Are you going to dress as SpongeBob?
No, I got to get relevant and be Bach or something from, I don't know, he's silver. It has to be Glinda because she's in pink. I'll cosplay as Ariana. See if you can tell the difference. All right, guys. Thank you for watching our very special Super Bowl Valentine's Day edition. You guys have a great Valentine's Day. Love yourself more than anything, okay? Like, put yourself first. You may not have romantic love right now, but self-love will lead you to the freedom land. Like, it just is so much better if you could just, like, love yourself, you know what I mean? Not to steal RuPaul, but love yourself, love each other. If you have a Valentine's Day, keep it spicy. Go to adamandeve.com and use that code ADJUST for 50% off to spice up your Valentine's Day and make every day Valentine's Day for the rest of the year. You guys, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next episode. Bye.